All right, ladies and gentlemen, we should be live. Here we go. All right. Can everybody hear us okay? Awesome, awesome. All righty. All right, we're good to go. All right, so today we're going to be kind of designing basically anything that we want to in Blender. It's up to you guys to comment. Let us know what it is that you want to see, and then we'll get right into it. This is something that we created yesterday, and this was a fun one. We had some modeling practice, and this was the reference image we have up here. And this was a cool one because we were kind of just going off of that reference. We weren't really using a whole lot of like blueprints or anything like that. We're kind of just going off of what we saw. So I'm going to show you guys some of the suggestions from yesterday. We're going to go ahead and pull those up. I got a little note that I've created. All right, we're going to pull that up here. Now we had a lot going here, but I'm going to start a new one because I want to make sure. We'll come back to these old ones, but these are going to be some new ones here. All right, new suggestions for August 4th. And keep them coming in the chat. Once the suggestions start rolling in, we'll get started here. All right, and I got some nice music rolling in the background as well. All right, low-key, Darth Vader's helmet would be cool. Been rewatching Star Wars recently. All right, how about we'll do this. We'll do Star Wars themed thing. Maybe even like a lightsaber, possibly. I think I've tried the helmet before, and that was pretty difficult. Or like I had issues with it, but I mean, it could be a cool one either way. All right, so, oh, Penrose Stairs. You mean the illusion? Are you talking about the Penrose illusion? Do I upload the complete blend files? Not always, but if there's like a request for one, we can upload them. Hyperspace tunnel. Let me look up what that looks like. Oh, the hyperspace tunnel in Star Wars. Oh, you're talking about this effect right here. Yeah, no, that's really cool. This one's cool. You could probably do this with like just a simple shader. This is really cool though. There's a lot of ways I could probably go about creating something like that. A lot of the time it's usually like shader nodes, things like that we could probably vibe out with for that. Yeah, that's cool. Wow. Hyperspace jump. Warping in Star Trek. Rigid body car rig. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's cool too. Yeah, so, okay, so let's just say theoretically we wanted to create something like that. Well, let me first of all do this. Okay. All right. Also, look at the warp hole. Oh, wormhole from Bajaran warp hole. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's a wild one. All right, here's what we're going to do, though. I'm going to just show you guys how we would make something like this. I might even be able to get away with this in Eevee, actually. Let's get rid of shading, delete everything. I think I need, for this one, I think I need a cylinder. Let's switch over to Eevee. We're in Eevee. Awesome. Let's make a new material. Now, in order to make this work, I'll actually go to Material Preview. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plop my image in here. So I'm going to go to my downloads here. There we go. All right, so this is the effect we're going for right here, right? This kind of like look. So I think in order to do something like this, and don't worry, we'll get to the other requests. I think I'm going to edit this cylinder. I'm going to delete the top face and then scale the bottom one in a bunch. And we're going to kind of use that as our like funnel, if you will, for this effect. So I think the way I see this is I see a transparency, so a transparent BSDF, and then I see an emission, and I see these two being like mixed together. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do a mix shader. And honestly, I can't imagine this being terribly difficult. I think the key factor here is going to be actually, oh, I'm going to have to plug this in. Is it going to be actually mixing these together with a noise texture? I'll show you what I mean. All right, we're going to do this color ramp. Perfect. All right, now what we'll do is we'll add some mapping, and we'll just crunch these values with some mapping and a texture coordinate. Thank you again for the live. No problem. All right, now let's do, can we do UV? Yeah, there we go. All right, so then we can do crunch it this way. So now we have something that looks like this, right? And when we're looking from a top-down view, it's going to look kind of like that, right? There we go. Why does it look so weird, though? Hold on. There we go. We probably don't really want too much distortion here. All right, I think for this one, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to select this outer edge up here, scale it out a bunch. And then I'm going to add, oh, how long will I be streaming for today? I don't know, a couple hours probably. All right, there's our camera, right? We have our warp speed. Now let's go to our rendered view. Let's make the background black. Let's get our camera and do our pass part out so we can see what we're working with here. All right, looking good so far. Now we need the center of this to be like white and then the outer to be like a glowing. Well, we want the emission to be higher. Like really high. And then I think I should be able to do, since we're in Eevee, I might just be able to go in here and do, where is bloom? Do they still have bloom in Eevee? I guess they do or they don't. I don't remember. I mean, this is really like how I would go about doing it. The only thing that I will say, though, here is if you really want to, you could probably get these lines to be a little bit thicker by adjusting the, is it the Z? I guess you could just adjust it here. Just be careful because I'm seeing some weird issues here. So what I want to do is I want to go back to solid view. I want to tab into edit mode A, and I want to do UV, smart UV project. Just want to see what that does. Now let's do UV unwrap angle based maybe. Nah, you know what? I guess it was fine the way before. Or really, you can just do texture coordinate. I feel like it's doing something weird, so let me see if I can give it a subdiv. Subdivision surface with 2. Yeah, that looks even 3. It's getting some weird like banding issues, so hold on, let me see something. Guess that's fine. I'm probably overthinking it. Yeah, it's getting something weird here in the middle. I need. Is it still doing that? Not as bad. Okay, that's definitely better. And then in the middle down here, we want to have it kind of like fade out. So I think in order to like have that fade out, we might have to do like a gradient of sorts, or at least towards the bottom, we need to kind of like make it disappear, if you will. So I may just do one more mix shader. I'll do the same thing, transparency, but this time I'm going to do like a gradient from top to bottom. So let's plug this in here. Let's go here. Let's go to side view. And then this time I need it to mix a little bit differently. In fact, I might even be able to do this. Let's see here. Okay. Now we basically need to tell it where to mix this together. Now, one way you could do this is you could just cut the bottom off, right? Or you could just expand it so much that you can't see it. So let me try that first. And if that doesn't work, we can go from there. Delete this face. Let's see. So you could just scale this out a bunch and then fade it away down there. That's one way you could do it. Again, I'm probably overthinking it, but this is probably how I would go about doing it. Yeah, something along those lines is how I would go about doing it. I made one of those. It was very difficult and convoluted, but it worked. Use the compositor show in the camera view. Oh, the glare node is. Let's go to compositor. Okay, let's check it out. Let's go to show in camera. Always go to compositor. glare. And we'll do, what is it, fog glow, right? Is that working? I think it is working. Yeah, I think it is working. I guess the tint could be blue, and then maybe we'll make the, yeah, we'll do tint blue, and then we'll go back to shading. And what we'll do is we'll make it white. Now let's go back to compositor, because I kind of wanted to have this like blue glow, if you will. There we go. That's getting closer to what I was looking for. Yeah, that's kind of like closer to what I'm looking for, but even then we probably still need to adjust it just a little bit, give it like some slight blueness here. I feel like that's kind of close. I don't know. You could mess with it all day and try to adjust the settings. Yeah, I didn't expect it to work with the UV mapping. I actually think this looks good, though. I'm pretty happy with that. I would say we'll call that one a wrap, just because I feel like you could mess around with this one forever. There's a lot of other ways you could do this. For example, you could use geometry nodes and have planes that are scaled, like coming in on a cone. That'd be kind of a cool way to do it. How would you go about animating it? Oh, okay, so to animate it, you could just switch this over to 4D, and then you would adjust the W value. It's kind of going to be hard to see. We'll go into material preview. If you adjust this W value very, very slowly, you can make it happen. So if you do like math, multiply by like a really small fraction, then you can go in here and be like, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is working. That's how you would do it, though. That W value is like how it phases through. It's almost like a wave, if you will. Yeah, you could do that too. There is how to make bubbles in a shader. Okay, bubbles in a shader. That's a fun one. We'll come back because I do want to model a lightsaber. I think that would be cool. Let me open up a new file here. All right, and I'm vibing out because I'm listening to Cyberpunk mix right now, so I got good tunes going here. All right, let's see what could be next. I think Penrose Stairs was the next one. This one's tough, actually. Believe it or not, this one's tougher than you might think. It looks simple. Let me show you like theoretically how this one would work. So the Penrose Stairs are these ones right here. So you really need to be like tricky about how you put this together. It is possible to do this, but it's like it's an optical illusion, right? So you kind of have to be really tricky with it. Oh, that's cool. People are showing how they made it. All right, well, let's just get an image. Is that actual Penrose Stairs? No, it's not actual Penrose Stairs. I feel like, is this the original? No matter what, you're always going up the stairs. That's crazy. I don't even like know where I would begin with this. All right, well, let's grab the image and let's see what we can do. Let me save the image. This will be a tough one. We'll go to modeling. We'll go to our editor up here. We'll just add the image editor. We'll go ahead and open up our image, which is not downloaded apparently. That's weird. Thought I downloaded it. All right, let me grab a different image maybe. All right, there we go. That last one was an SVG. I guess it doesn't want to open up an SVG for us. That kind of makes sense, like, because you can import an SVG, but I guess maybe you can't open it in the image editor. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to do that. That's like kind of a strange thing. All right, anyway, okay, so this will be this will be an interesting one. I mean, I'm already thinking we can probably do this with like an array, but again, the thing with this one is, yeah, you're gonna have to do orthographic view. Yes, especially like if you did like the Penrose triangle. Man, this is a tough challenge. I'm trying to think about how I would like go about doing it. It's all about angles. So here's what I do know. If we go to our camera view right now and we switch it to orthographic, right, we're going to get, well, an orthographic view. I'll just zoom this out. Now, the way to do this is you set it up on a 45-degree angle at a perfect location of 7, -7, and then, I don't know, 5. The Z doesn't matter as much. So now we're like perfectly aligned with this thing, but the rotation matters. So the actual rotation of like the down view matters. So let me just make sure I know the orthographic angle. I believe it's like 52.7 degrees or something like that, if I remember. I want to say it's 52.7. 52.7, I think. Is that it, or is it 52.75? Let me just see if I remember. I don't remember the exact angle. I think it's 52.7. With the current advancement in AI, do you think learning in 3D will get a stable job possible? It's tough to say. It's tough to say. I don't know. I don't want to make any promises, but I will tell you that if you just keep making cool stuff, like hopefully people will just keep hiring you. There's some things that just like AI just can't do yet. And I mean, maybe they'll eventually be able to do it, but I think there's a human element that comes with it too that people are looking for. Let me try 52.7 because I feel like that was it. All right, so I think that's it. All right, let's see. All right, so now like I guess the way to do this is maybe with an array. I don't know exactly if this is going to work or not, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a little nervous to see if it does work. All right, what do we got? 3 steps there. All right, so the way I'm thinking about this is, well, first of all, let's enable our cavity, make this look a little bit better. And I think we'll do matcap just for fun. All right. Oh, I should probably save this. All right, so we have our pen row steps. Well, let me just think for a minute. This is like, all of this is an illusion. So this is where it gets interesting. Because now I'm like, okay, we're going to have to go the other way, right? So we're going to have to go 0 here. We have to go this way. But this one's going to go down, right? So what did I have this one going up by? 0.18. So we'll do negative 0.18. And then what did I do? 1. We'll just do 1 for now. Keep it simple. And then, well, technically it also has to go, oh my gosh, has to go down a little bit. But then it has to go back up. Or no, it goes down, but in a way where it's like going back up. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. I don't really know like how I'll go about doing this. Is there a way to do it with modeling? Probably. It would probably be easier to like fake model it. But at the end of the day, it's like it is an illusion, and it's a tough one at that, I will say. But I think we could try it. Let's try it. All right, now let's do an offset. We're gonna go this way this time. So this is gonna be 1. This is gonna be 0. All right, and then this is going to be, I already have that set. So this is where it gets interesting, right? Because you have to like line it up perfectly, right? But as you can see, it does look like it's going down. So you almost have to like trick it. Let me see if I can do this. This is an interesting one. All right, this one clearly needs to go further out. So let's push this like this. Okay, this one needs more. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this one needs to come down more. All right, so far I'm pretty happy with what we have. Now we need one that goes up by 3. So really we can just duplicate this one and we'll just turn it. Instead of it going 1 this way, we'll have it go 1 this way and 0.18. Oopsies. We need to go this way and this way. Okay. And it'll need to go up, obviously. So I need to go up, what, 0.18. And then we want 1 and, oh no, it's going down. Oopsies. There we go. So this is where the trick comes in, because this goes down, but it actually doesn't, because it actually goes up. So I think this is where like the optical illusion is hard to like reconnect. A slight rotation. Oh yeah. Oh duh. You need a steep height depending on the direction. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's check that. All right. Hold on. First thing we need to do is let me make sure everything looks like slightly aligned here. Okay. All right, I believe that's correct, except for this needs to be lower. All right, now let's snap back to the camera. I feel like we're kind of close to it, but it's kind of like, again, it's kind of a weird illusion. How many steps does it? Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we need an additional one here. I was like, am I missing something here? I was. Also, this actually technically needs to come down too. Down. It's really like that. And then I guess we need to adjust our camera. Okay. Is that it? I think we might have it. Do we have it? Kind of. Oh, this is a little off. Why does this look off? Hold on. Oh, I got to fix the direction of these. Did I get it? Almost. I feel like we're so close. Is it the camera now? I think it is the camera. Is that it? Now, obviously, there is one thing, though, to say here, and that is that all the bottoms should all be connected. So that's like one thing that we didn't do yet. In order to make that happen, I think we could combine all of this and then like convert it to a mesh. So here's what I'll do. I will go back here to layout. I'm just going to make these into a collection. I'm going to go ahead and do select objects. I am going to duplicate them. I'm going to convert them all to a mesh. We'll join them. Nope, we'll convert them to a mesh. Then we'll join them. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'm going to select all of the bottom faces and scale them to 0. And then we'll be able to get that like flat look along the bottom. There we go. Bring the camera back up. Oh, we missed a couple. Oh, shoot. What happened? Oh, I accidentally grabbed a few things I didn't need. There we go. Did I do it? I think I did. All right, I think we're good. I think we did it. Is that it? I mean, that's more or less. That's really what you would want to do. And then you could come back down here. You could select this whole edge loop or whatever you want to do and bring it up more. In fact, we probably should because it really doesn't go down that far, I don't think. It has to go at least down. Actually, it does have to. Oh, that's trippy too because look, this part only goes down this much, but these guys back here need to go down further because of the illusion. So these guys need to go right there, and really, I guess these guys could come up. See? So really, the shape might look like this, when in reality, it looks like, well, what you see on screen. Trippy. Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wild. That was one of the more difficult requests that we've got. That was a good one. Okay, I like it. I like it. Definitely an illusion, but definitely like crazy to see it like looking like that. Wow. All right. Good idea, whoever said that. All right, what's next? Bubbles in Shader was the next one here. Save that. Yeah. Brain teaser. Definitely a brain teaser. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the angle that you're like looking at. So it's definitely something to consider there. All right. What was the next one? Oh, how to do bubbles inside a shader. So inside a shader, not as much, but you can. What you can do is you can do it in geometry nodes. So if you have like an object that you want to fill with bubbles, that's like, in my opinion, that's how you would do it. You can also just as easily just put particles inside of an object and you can make them into bubbles. Like, I guess we'll just do we have a round cube? No, we don't. Do we have extra mesh objects? No, we don't. All right, that's fine. We'll just settle for a sphere. All right, so we have a sphere. Give it a subdiv, make it nice and smooth. We'll go to geometry nodes. We'll go to new. We'll do mesh to volume. And then distribute points in volume. Okay, this will be where the bubbles are. Now this is how to get bubbles inside of something. I'll just reroute this and I'm going to rejoin it down here. So not only do we have our points inside, right? We have our points inside. There they are. We're going to turn them into bubbles. So we're going to do instance on points. And then we're going to do another sphere. I'll just do UV sphere. We'll make it, I don't know, 0.02 for now. There's our bubbles, right? But you're not going to be able to see the bubbles unless we like cut these into the sphere. At least they're not going to look proper. I'll show you what they look like because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, they'll look fine, but I'll explain like why they do and why they don't. So let's just get a quick environment texture on here. Okay, we'll go to my HDRIs. Doesn't really matter which one we use, but I do need a material, so I'm going to give this a glass material. And you'll see it's glass now. We'll lower the roughness. 1.33 for like water, right? But then our bubbles need the same material. So I'll do a set material. We'll change it to the glass, and then there you go. There's your bubbles. But there is a difference, right? Because right now the bubbles are inside. Well, first thing we need to do is shade them smooth, right? Because they don't look quite right. Okay, that's one fix. But you can also actually cut them into your object. So like this is just having bubbles inside of the object, but you can actually cut them into the object with a mesh boolean. Some people may believe that's better. I think it might be. So I'm going to show you. We're going to do a mesh boolean difference. I'm going to plug it in here, and we're going to take the difference of those bubbles. But before we do, we have to realize the instances. I'm going to just set the whole thing to that. Realize instances. I'm going to save it real quick because it could crash here. Go ahead and plug these in. And now you'll see they look a little bit different. Now here's with them like cutting in, but if they weren't cutting in, it might look a little bit different. This is actually them cutting into the mesh. Another thing I want to do is I would like to scale the instances to make these bubbles like, I don't know, a little bit random. So we'll just give them a random value. We'll scale them. And now they're at random value. And then we can just adjust our density. And the more bubbles that we want is the more bubbles that we're going to get. And if we want this to look like a blue, you know, kind of maybe like neon gel, we can do that. If we want it to have a different IOR, we can also do that too. You could do like 1.45, which is glass, right? So you kind of have this like glass blob with like bubbles in it. And that's how you would make something with bubbles in it. Now, there's a couple other things I want to point out. You can see like some areas it's like black. There's some ways around that. One of the ways around that is you can go to your light paths. Sometimes if you just like bump all these up to like higher values, yeah, you can see we've already gotten rid of some of the black. This transparent value, or not transparent, where is it? Transmission. Yep, see the transmission value? Oh, this is actually really, really important. See how everything looks black here? This transmission value, if we keep bumping this up, it'll allow us to like push more light through those particles because there's more transmission light paths coming through. I usually will set these all to like a super high value. And now we have something that looks a little more realistic. So a lot of times people are like, how do you get this like crazy ultra realistic look to your bubbles? Well, this is kind of how you do it. Another way to enhance this even more is we can add some slight surface variation. So right now, if we go, we have our glass, right? This is our material. It's really simple. But we can add a bump to this with a slight noise texture, and we just give the surface just like an ever so slight bump to it, if you will. I'm going to go to Material Preview and show you how this works. So we plug this in, right? You see if I can adjust the scale. See how the surface is kind of like wiggling? Now our surface has this this like inherent, like kind of, you can kind of see it a little bit better here. It has this inherent like kind of texture to it, if you will. And you can adjust the strength here. You can adjust the scale. And this gives you like a little bit of like wiggle, quite literally, in your like glass. So now if you want it to look like a textured surface like that, like now you have this like kind of slightly textured surface, and see how it's like warping the bubbles like as if it's like a real liquid. That's kind of like what you might want to go for. You might want to go for something a little bit more realistic like that, and this looks pretty cool. So yeah, I would say like that's an easy way to like add some like surface variation very, very quickly. Do I listen to your requests? Yes, I do. I'm working at the same time, so I'm gonna look now. All right. Do you listen our request? Yeah. Well, I'll take your request. If you want to type in your request, I'll take a look at it. Fender Stratocaster guitar. All right. Let's review the requests that we have. We already did a few of them. We did Bubbles. We did Star Warp. Fender Stratocaster. Is that guitar? I think I did spell it right. Looping bubbles, we just did that. Well, they're not looping. You can move them though if you want to, but I won't go over that right now. Try creating Inception. In what way? Like what part of Inception? Oh, someone redacted their request. I thought that was a cool request. What was the one that you just put in there? That was a cool one, I thought. Okay, that's all right. I'm new. How do you get to the view of the camera? Oh, make a mouse with RGB light. How do you get to the view of the camera? Actually, really simple. Well, first of all, you have to have a camera in your scene. To get to the view of the camera, you click on this button right here. Or, alternatively, you can go to View. Oh, hold on, let me show you. You can go to View. You can go to Cameras, Active Camera. That's another way to get to it. All right, but I'm going to delete everything because we're going to start completely from scratch here. All right. So there's a lot of good requests here. We're going to do a quick vote. We're going to do a quick vote in the chat and see what people really want to create here. Model a mouse. Car rig. I haven't done a car rig ever, so that could be interesting. What was the other one? Lightsaber. All right. The knob of an LA2A compressor. Let me look that up while you guys are voting. This right here. All right, we got 16 votes out of 56 people, guys. Keep those votes coming. I'd like to see that get to at least 30 votes before I decide on what we're going to do next. So if you guys could get your vote in, that would be huge. There's a lot of good ones here because I feel like these are modeling, right? That's physics, yeah. Shell textured grass. I haven't caught a live session in almost a year. Hey, everyone. Hey, welcome to the live stream. All right, guys, poll is about to end very shortly here, and we're going to decide what we're going to do. It looks like most people want to see a mouse being modeled, which is interesting because that is arguably a tough thing, depending on the mouse itself, right? There's a lot of there's a lot of mice out there that we could try to model. This will be an interesting one, and definitely a challenge for me because I don't normally model things that are more like organic like that, so we can definitely try it. I want to change my vote to pirate ship. I don't know that I don't have that in there. Oh, wow. It's actually coming down to a close vote here between the mouse and, no, it's not. It's 45%. All right, it looks like it's going to be the mouse. Apple liquid glass texture. I actually did a whole tutorial on that. I actually have a whole tutorial on my actual channel. If you guys want to check, this is a great time to talk about this real quick. Just so you guys know, if you're not aware, the Super Hive Market is having their summer sale. It literally just started, so I just want to shout that out. If you guys want to get some discounted products, they're all on here, including my stuff is on here too. And of course, can't go wrong with, where is it? Core Fundamentals of Physics right here. Sorry, Core Fundamentals of Blender. This is all on sale right now. Check it out. All right, here we go. Let's model a mouse. All right. Can you make fake water simulation? Translucent Apple 90s. Oh my God, so many suggestions. All right, I think the mouse is taking the cake here. Is it a mouse or a mouse? Ooh, we're going to have to find out. That's a good point. Did we say what kind of mouse it is? No, we didn't. We're going to do a computer mouse, though. Glass pony? What? Sir, please remember to do a pirate ship. Please. I got it right here. Pirate ship is crazy. All right, all right. I want to buy stuff, but I can't because I'm broke. Well, it's on sale, so that's at least good. I'm sorry about all that, but here we go. Let's go ahead and find a computer mouse. You know what mouse I love? I have a nice one here. I kind of want to find one that I think will be doable, if that makes sense. There's a mouse in particular that I had in mind. It's called the MX Master. I just want to take a look at it and see if we can get some good shots of it. Yeah, so this mouse, this is a cool mouse. I feel like we could probably try to model this. It'll definitely be easier said than done, but we can certainly try it. This is a complicated mouse. There's a lot that's going on with it. It's got some really complicated curves to it. That's a great shot of it right there. It's a beautiful mouse. It really genuinely is beautiful, beautiful mouse. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous mouse. I have this mouse, but I have this mouse in black. This is a I feel like modeling this and doing well with modeling this would be like an example of like if you can model this, like you're pretty decent at modeling, I would say. This is a complex object. It's easier than it looks, or it's easier than it looks. It's more difficult than it looks though. Do you you want me to model George Washington, bro? You want me to model George Washington? Apple mouse. Apple mouse is okay, but it's definitely like it might be a little too easy. You want those old ones? Oh, you're saying an old computer mouse? Vintage. Oh my God. Is this what the first computer mice look like? That's crazy. Wow. Ugh, some of these are nasty. Look at these things. Ugh. You said that you want the old ones. All right. Here's what we'll do. Let me get a clean shot of the top. It's not going to let me save this image. Are you freaking serious? That's annoying. Oh, the mouse with the ball on it? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, well, here, let me end the poll. We had 27 votes. That's good. So you guys don't know what mouse you want modeled then? we can't decide on the mouse. Ooh, man, this is such a nice mouse, though. I wish I could download all the pictures. Why can't I? Oh, can I save? Oh, hold on, save image as. Oh, gives me the little thumbnail. You're joking. I know I can take a screenshot. The reason I want the picture, though, is because, I guess I could just take a screenshot. I really wanted the picture. I really did want the picture. That's fine. You know what? We'll try a screenshot. Oops, that was a horrible screenshot. Let me redo that. There we go. All right, I'm going to save these. I'm just going to do top down. All right, let's go to I need a front view. Perfect. Now, remember, these are not orthographic views. I don't think. I think these are taken with a camera, which would mean there's lens distortion, right? Like, just saying. So like there's lens distortion, so it's not going to be like perfect. I know, no excuses, no excuses. That I don't know. Maybe these are computer generated. They might be. They might be. We'll see how close we can get ours. This will definitely be a challenge. All right. I'm sorry. Do you guys want the other mouse? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it wouldn't let me open the image in a new tab because I think it's a different type of file. I also want to get an angled view like this, so let me just screenshot that, and then I promise we'll get started right away, guys. Beautiful. All right, here we go. All right, let's get the top-down view first. Let's go ahead and add in our next reference image. I would like the side view. Okay. And I'm going to try to line these up so that they're like roughly like, you know, the same in terms of the, let's see, I'm going to give this a slight angling so I can see how this lines up. Perfect. All right, I feel like that's pretty good. This is going to be a great challenge for me too, so not just like for our viewers, like, but it's going to be a good challenge for me to like see, okay, how good am I at modeling? And am I going to struggle? I think I will struggle, and I think this will be painful to watch, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try our absolute best, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Nice little front view for you guys here. Flip that guy around, I believe this way. Is that correct? That is correct. Okay, good. All right, I feel like generally speaking, I think I have the angles that I need. And then let's go to our modeling section right here, and let's do an image view up here on the top right. We'll open up our other image. And I know you guys are probably thinking, wow, you're taking so long to set up, Kenny. But the thing is, guys, I'm trying to do this right. And I want to make sure, like if I was doing this for a client, like this is probably how I would go about doing it. Now, this is going to be interesting because I like to break things down into their components. This one's got quite a few of them. This will be a difficult model. I think I'm really putting myself to the test here to see like just how well I can do this like organic modeling. One of the first things I'm noticing that's kind of sticking out to me is these pieces here, which are like the actual like buttons that you click on. And I'm tempted to say I could start with those. So I'm just going to kind of look and see. Another part of me thinks, should I really just block it out first and kind of go from there? Your habit is not using references. Well, you don't have to use a reference. We could just go completely off of what we see, but I really do think that this is going to be more difficult than you guys might realize, especially because of like the organic shapes. There's a lot going on here, and it's not symmetrical. So we can't just use like, we can't use a mirror modifier. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just start. I'm going to start with these shapes here, and I'm going to start with a plane because I just think in my head that's what you need to start with. So I'm going to start with a plane, and I'm just going to create our buttons first, and then we'll go from there. So we'll create the buttons first, and then we'll see what else we can do. This will be an interesting one. It's also like, where do you start? Do you start up here? Do you start in the middle? You know, it's like, where is the best place to start? Because then I'm also seeing, oh wait, there's this like beveled edge in the middle that goes in, right? So there's a lot to do here. So let's get started and see what we can do. All right, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna start in this corner. I'm gonna start in this corner, And I'm going to kind of roughly block this out. And eventually I will end up using like some sort of modifiers, like maybe a subdiv modifier. But let's just start with this. I'm also going to start where I know like this doesn't cave in. Like it starts here on this edge. So I'm going to be really intentional about like where I place my points. And I'm going to try to get this as detailed as possible. And we're just going to take this and we're going to be extruding. But before I do anything, let's do matte cap so we can kind of see what we're doing here. And let me get my cavity on with both. There we go. This is just going to help us see what we're doing a little bit better. Okay. This will be interesting. Do this. Okay. Now, I know for a fact that on this side, it dips down. So I actually might stop it right here, right, where I know it's going to stop. Also, we have loop tools enabled, I believe, which is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this whole edge, and I'm going to click on relax. Actually, no, space. Yeah, let's try that. Do the same here, space. There we go. Better topology. Am I saying that correctly? Better topology. It's hard because it's curved and buttons. Yeah. This is by no means is this an easy model. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'm thinking now we take this, we start extruding this upwards like this. And then I'm going to shift R this a couple of times. There we go. And then I'm going to kind of adjust as we go. That should go there. Should go there. That should go there. Probably should go there. All right. There we go. Awesome. And I'm just clicking relax to kind of like, well, relax those edges. And then I think for right here, I'll probably extrude it again. Kind of hug this corner here. Yeah, I feel like this is a good approach. I don't know. It's probably not a perfect approach, but it works. And then I know we'll probably adjust the topology as well and make sure it's nice and relaxed with our loop tools. Because I think if you look, if we go here, this kind of follows this curve and then it bends back down. So I think I'm going to try to make sure that that happens. All right. Okay. I just want this. There we go. Relax. Good. And then this guy should come up here. This is a weird quad right here. This is probably not best practice, but we're going to try it. All right. Now I'm curious if I was to add my subdiv, how this would look. Awesome. All right. Let's see what we have so far. All right. Not terrible. I mean, that's a good way to start it, I think. And if this works really well for this side, I'll probably duplicate this and then just resize the other side, because the other side's not terribly different except for this curve that comes down. So I'm feeling pretty good about it so far. All right, now what we'll do is we'll kind of start to like clear some things up. So obviously, guys, if we go into this vertex right here, we can go to our vertex crease and we can crease this more. There's only one thing though. This part is going to come down on every side, right? So I think I only really want to crease here and here. Vertex crease, there we go. Awesome. And I think right about here, I might want to crease it a little bit more. Looks good. Of course, right here and right here. So now we have something that looks like this. Awesome. Now I know for a fact that we're going to take every single edge and extrude it down, but let me look at some references real quick so I can kind of see what that looks like. Right, in the middle, it really doesn't come down much. So I think I'll probably get a very, very small solidify modifier, but I'm also going to have just the middle kind of comes down and the edges. Okay, so the middle comes down and those edges. So I know for a fact these edges come down. So let's do this. Let's select this and this. So I know these come down on the edge like that, right? I know that for a fact. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to extrude them down. And I'm going to select everything so I can see the thickness. Perfect. So I feel like that's the general thickness of it. That looks pretty good. It's actually not terrible. Now we're getting something weird at the edge. Why? Why are we getting pinching here? Oh, because of the crease. There we go, that's why. You're getting pinching because of the crease, that's fine. Which means we probably are going to get some weird pinching on the top as well. Yeah, we're getting something weird going on here. It probably has to do with the fact that this is so darn close, I would imagine. Isn't it crazy how much like very small changes can affect the entire thing? Oh, this quad. It's because this quad is so weird, bro. That's going to be a problem. We'll have to figure out how to fix that. Is this a quad? It is, but it's like a weird quad. Okay, we'll come back to that. I don't know. Maybe I'll loop cut. That will be a problem. Only with shading wise, but so far I'm pretty happy with like how it's turning out. All right, let's do the middle. I don't want to like hyper obsess over the details too much, but I do want to select these middle parts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know I said 6, 7. Gosh darn it. Extrude, scale, move them down a little bit. Try to match this. All right, what do we think of that? You know what? I'm going to turn off all the creases because I just want to make sure we're getting like clean topology here all the way around, and then we'll come back. Because what we can do is up here, like this part right here, this whole edge should have a crease. So we'll do that real quick. Yeah, this should have a mean crease. Not too much, but you can kind of see it looks a little bit better now. You gotta be careful though, because this, man, this subdiv. What do we think so far? Be honest, guys. Not terrible. Not terrible. I know you said 6, 7. Gosh darn it. Okay. Now, obviously, one of the things to consider also is this thing is at a slant, right? Right now, it makes me wonder, are we even... Okay, so that's... We can't see the other side, but this is also on a slant. That's crazy. Okay. All right. I think it's time to... do we duplicate it? And then... It really is at a pretty flat slant, so I think we might be able to just get away with, like, duplicating it. It's not looking terrible, though. All right. I'm going to press A, Shift-D, X, and I'm going to go to Mesh, Transform, or Mirror, X Global, GX, right? Now we have something that looks like this. And then I think we can now just adjust as we need to. Let's see. Let's see if this works. I think it might. I think this might actually work. It's not terrible so far. I'm not hating the way it's turning out. So I think we can probably make this work. I will say one thing though. I think this bottom loop might have to go, and we'll bring it back in when we're ready. Yeah, because we need to bring this top loop back out. This one right here specifically needs to come up here. This guy needs to come out here. This guy needs to come out here. This guy needs to come out here. And I know what you're thinking. You have to use the relax tool. You need to relax. I know. We will. We will get there. We're not there yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're not there yet. But we will get there. Okay. Okay, I think we're ready to start cleaning up this topology a little bit. Oh, Lord. Let's go ahead and go to our loop tools. Let's go to relax. Let's go loop tools, relax. Loop tools, space, relax. Actually, no, don't space. We just want to... Actually, I don't even want to do anything to that one. This one, though, I do kind of want to space a little bit better. Relax. All right, it's starting to come together, honestly. I'm pretty proud of this so far. I mean, yes, it's just a plane. I get it. It's not really like that big of a deal, but... What do you guys think so far? Not terrible, right? I'm not displeased. Like, I'm not displeased. Looks like a button. The topology is a little weird on the end. Yeah, no. Rotate the side picture to match that slant. I will. We will get there in just a second, but let me do this first. It's looking okay. Topology is a little bit weird, I agree. But I'm not like, again, I'm not necessarily displeased with it. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I think I'm ready to extrude this down. Yeah, I think it's coming along. All right, now it's a question of, are we ready to rotate this thing? And I think I am. I'm a little scared. Like, I'm a little scared because I really, to be honest, don't want to. But I also know I kind of have to at some point. And it's going to help me understand the other things that I don't understand, which is like, okay, is the thickness different back here? Because look, it is slightly different. It starts thin in the front and it becomes more thick. I'm so stupid. I literally have this mouse right behind me. Hold on. MX Master. I think I have it. Wait a second. I think I let someone borrow it. Oh no, I let someone borrow it, bro. Never mind. I don't have it. I don't have the mouse. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I had it, but I do have a picture of it right here. That's fine. I have the mouse. It's funny, but I think I let somebody borrow it. Gosh darn it. That's fine. All right, that's okay. All right, what I want to do anyway, regardless, is I want to use this edge right here, and I want to bring it down. And kind of, I guess, rotate it more or less. Wait, why is it moving? Oh, no, bro. I don't want you to move that whole edge loop. That's starting to come along. Oh, this thing's looking sick, bro. No good deed. Rotate the monitor? What? Rotate the monitor? What are you talking about? What? It's actually not the correct way to start this thing. Back at it again. There's never just one way to start something. That's true. That's true. You think I should extrude the top just like the bottom? What do you mean? What you mean, brother? What I will tell you is I'm not displeased with this. I want to see something. If I add my solidify to this, yeah, there we go. Give it a little bit of thickness there. But I want it to be the other way. Nah, bro, I want it to extrude. Oh, the normals. We got to flip the normals. Mesh, normals, recalculate outside. There we go. Better. Yeah, I just wanted some slight thickness there. Can we do a slight bevel? Ooh, if we could do a slight bevel, it's just really going to push this thing. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Okay. Now we're gonna need to match this. All right, I figured. You know what's funny? I don't know that I have the reference lined up properly. My God, I didn't have the reference lined up properly, bro. Oh my God. It's okay. It's okay. Easy fix. Easy fix. Does that look correct? Okay, that looks correct. It was really just like some spacing stuff, but it's fine. There we go. Okay. All right, I think I have everything selected. It needs to be selected. Okay, awesome. And then this piece just really comes back further than you can see it on this side, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're just going to extrude this. There we go. We're going to extrude this like that. All right, I just want to see what it looks like from top-down view. Okay, it does come back a little bit further. Oh, crap. I could have just... do this. These two and this guy. Why is it not... Am I missing a piece? Oh, I am missing a piece. You know what's funny about... Well, it's actually not funny because it's going to irritate me. But it's funny how, like, you really have to get every single thing working correctly. There we go. Beautiful. And then we'll crease this. Thoughts? I feel like that's pretty darn close to what we're seeing. It looks a little bit long, though. Why does it look long? What the heck, bro? Bro. Am I tripping? Like, what did I just do? Lines up nice with this one, but then it doesn't line up nice with the top down. Por qué? You should make a stream where you rate our projects. That's actually something we're going to be doing in the future. Why don't I model a solid object like a house? I mean, it's something I guess I could. Oh, they're going off. Yeah, we are going off requests from the chat. Yeah. All right. I'm really not sure what the heck just happened to this thing. Dude, I think I messed something up here, and I don't know what I messed up. These proportions are throwing me off like crazy. Oh, I see. You know, I really genuinely don't know how... I don't know how this happened. I don't know what happened here with this one. What did I do? Like, how did I... Yeah, I don't know how... I don't know how it got all messed up. Like, I think... Was I in proportional editing? No, it wasn't ever in proportional editing. Maybe it's just the way... It's the way these two pictures are, like, completely throwing me off. It would just be the angle. All right, I feel like here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with the proportions of this here, like I kind of did already. But trying to match it on the top, I don't think it's gonna work because, well, it's clearly not working. It's weird. It's weird because, like, again... All right, hold on. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. Again. Yep, that's exactly what it is. This is... So remember how someone earlier was telling me they were like, just screenshot it? This is why I didn't want to screenshot it, because then I have to perfectly line everything up. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. So now watch. See this line up here? See how this line isn't matching up with that line? That tells me that I didn't scale this properly. Now I have to figure this out. Yep. Hold on. So now, okay, the top is lined up. Now it's like, do I bring this down and hope that that lines up? And it doesn't. So that means, like, so I know this sounds crazy, but it really does have to be lined up properly. Otherwise, it's not going to, the proportions are going to get completely messed up. Practicing hard surface modeling topology must be started with solid principles. Yes, 100%. I agree. And one of those principles I kind of already broke because I didn't have the blueprint. Let me see if I can find MX Master blueprint. If I can, I'll try to blurping blueprint. Is blurping even a word, bro? It's kind of it's not really the blueprint. That's just like a side view and a top down view. This looks like it might be helpful. Oh my gosh, bro. All right, I'm feeling a little bit more confident about it now that I have this new image. Thoughts? Sorry, I locked in there for a minute. Okay. Okay. I think we're back. Yeah, we just need to fix this issue down here, which is going to be the bottom. All right, I'm feeling a little bit better about where we're at. What are the specs of your... Just download the 3D models. No, bro. I know that's a joke, but that's funny. You can start other ways, but it has to be the same. But has to be the same topology. Just download the 3D models is crazy. What are the specs of your PC? RTX 3070 Ti with the GeForce. Well, that's GeForce, and then I have a Intel i9. All right. Feeling better about it now. A little bit better, at least. Okay. All right. I'm feeling pretty confident that, like, I feel like this looks pretty good. Has some solidity to it. I'm ready to kind of like move on to the next step. Oh, crap. What the heck is happening over here? I'm not sure what is happening here. Might have to fix that. That's a weird issue. It's because we have a try here. Damn. How in the world did I end up with that? I really don't know. Although I guess I could take these and dissolve. Let me think. No, that's not a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a really weird position for this to be in. It looks so bad. I hate how bad it looks. Oh my god, it's like actually gonna drive me crazy. Everything else is so smooth, and there's just this bump. You should have started with the outer edges and then extruded inwards. That's another way to do it. Remember, guys, there's no right or wrong way to do it. I mean, well, in my case, yes, there is, because I did it all wrong. But, you know. Okay. You know what else I think? I think there is a part of this that comes out, and it's kind of like, looks like that a little bit, at least on this side. So I think what I'll do is I will take, let's see, need to look on the inside. There we go. I want to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bring it out a little bit. Maybe not too much. There's like a curved part here that accepts this like spindle thing, or a spindle thing. It's like a side scroll bar. Yep, you could do that too. I mean, there like guys, there's a million ways to do it, right? Should we do this spin wheel thing next? Nah, I feel like I'm avoiding what I don't want to do, which is this big part here. This will be the this will be a blast. This is gonna be a blast. Yeah. No, I'm so excited. So excited to model this. I'm just, guys, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. You can't tell? First things first, this should line up here really nicely. Oh, man, what did I get myself into, ladies and gentlemen? What have I done? All right, let's do subdiv. This will be interesting. Okay. This thing will start breaking away down here. This is, oh my God, this is going to be an interesting one. Okay. I feel like this is a good start. Definitely a good start. Yeah, I'm happy about the start. And I think it's pretty much done at that point, right, guys? I mean, that's pretty much all I have to do, right? Right, guys? You know what I do need, though? To be honest with you guys, I do need a reference cylinder because I need to see... Yeah, I need a reference to, like, where this thing is, so I don't go crazy, and I have to design around this thing. We'll come back to actually design this thing, but you get the idea. I feel like, is that how big it is? That's about it. Perfect. That way I know that that's there, and I can design around it, if that makes sense. Just a placeholder. All right, now for this next part. And for my next trick, I will suffer. For my next trick, I will suffer. Oh my God, this will be fun. This will be fun, guys. We're having fun. We're having fun. Whee! This is gonna look so bad. Oh Lord, it's great. It's great. It's funny because this does not line up at... Okay, I see why it doesn't line up now. And boom, we are done, guys. It's mouse modeling. Mouse modeling is hard. Yes, it is hard. So, originally I'm thinking like this piece, like in the middle, realistically, if we're really talking here, should kind of be moved up like that a little bit, right? I feel like that's like the start of like, okay, we did some proportional editing on this. Doesn't look horrible. Like, I'm not completely displeased with it, but the hard part is like I can't really see like what's on this other side. I have a picture of it. I can't really see what's on the other side of this. I think it just kind of comes down lightly. Like you take this and you kind of just like extrude it down a little bit, but it doesn't come down like perfectly, obviously, but yeah, I can't see, obviously can't see what the other side looks like. It's interesting because the more I look at it, the more I realize, no, it actually curves up. Do I have it curving up the correct side? I do, actually. It doesn't really look that bad, actually. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just want to make sure this is still aligned correctly. Oh, I have proportional editing turned on. That's why things are acting funky. Nope, I want you to stay right here. Perfect. And I want you to really line up with these guys. It's like the gap is tighter than that, but why can't I? Why am I afraid? There we go. That's a little bit better. This is gonna be the tough part. Ignore the left side of it. I'm just trying to get a feel for like what the vibe is here. It almost comes up more on that side. But it does come down and it kind of flattens. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. That was a big change that I needed to make. Okay, I'm happier now that I made that change. A little bit happier, at least. At least like a fraction happier. Bring this out here. Why is this looking so weird? Oh, there we go. We just add another subdivision, and that'll just clean everything up real nice for us. Okay. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about that so far. And then I think down at the bottom, we need to fix the edge here because this needs to follow along more. So let me slide this up. Let me bring this up. Start by bringing these guys out here. Kind of start forming the edge here. Not terrible. Loop tools, relax. Everybody just relax. Boom, a lot better. Obviously, this needs to come down. Oh, perfect. It comes up and then it comes back down. That's perfect because I need more complicated parts of this model because it wasn't complicated enough. Hand reset probably. Yeah, someone said yeah. Yeah. Okay. I really don't know what this side looks like, so I'm just like assuming it looks like this. I really don't. I don't remember, at least from when it's funny because I've literally had this mouse before, so I should probably know. There we go. Ah. See, I was starting too soon. See, actually, I probably should have turned the X-ray mode on a long time ago. All right, so it really comes right here, 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 here. That one I didn't want to move. Perfect. Okay, I think that's a better way to approach it. Yeah, we start with that concave part there. That has a nice crease. And then there's like a separate part that comes back down. Again, I wish I had this mouse in my possession because I feel like I'd be able to do it a little bit more justice than I'm doing it right now. But it's starting to come along. Okay, let's not ignore what we know we need to do. The next part, which is not fun. You have one I can borrow? You're in NZ. What is that? NZ or AZ? Oh, New Zealand. Oh, pff, duh. No shame in hoisting a white flag. Bro, you don't know me, man. I don't just give up. Come on. You know I don't give up like that. Okay, what I will tell you one thing. I do have to draw something here because this has to come down. Let me see where this sits. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, cool. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about that. You know what's crazy? I really don't use proportional editing a lot, but I probably should because it's actually pretty nice. Anybody else like love proportional editing? I love it right now because it's doing what I want it to do. Beautiful. Much better. Okay, okay. Maybe we're getting somewhere here. Look at that. Now we can get somewhere here. Okay, see, like now I feel like I can be like, oh, you know what? This actually comes out here. And then this whole piece comes around. So then you can be like, okay, boom, right? And now you start building this side. You start building this. You start building this and this. 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 This probably need to come up more. There we go. Bro thought I was going to give up. That's crazy talk, bro. That's crazy talk. That's not a winner's attitude. Feeling definitely better about it. Not perfect, but better. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now. Now that that's like starting to come together. It's interesting because this wraps around in a very interesting way. It really does. Like you kind of have this bottom part here, but you got to be careful because you don't want, I can't really see what's happening. It comes down and it wraps around from the other side. Okay, so I think I'll just start with this side here. All right, let's do this one. Oof, this is a tough one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like that's a good place to start with there. Yeah. Then we'll do a little one of these guys. And then this part can become this right here, right? So you kind of start scaling that, extruding, scaling, extruding, scaling. You kind of start to develop that part there. And you realize, well, wait a second. All of this is completely flat. So we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to select these faces. Go here and start rotating them downwards like this. See what that gets us here. Right? And then you're like, okay, well, wait a second. Then this piece needs to get poked out more, right? Maybe this piece too. And you start to develop, okay, this is starting to look decent. It's not perfect, but it's starting to get there. Boom. Okay. Not terrible. I'm not 100% happy with it, but I'm not 100% like displeased either because we're starting to get that like looping around, which is what I wanted. And then you just kind of have to match it up and be like, oh, you know what? I guess these kind of come in more. This comes like right here. Save it. Always save it. Always, always, always. Camera blocks the mouse when you move top left. Oh, my camera does. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You guys want here? I'll do this. I'll do this. Because you guys, it doesn't really matter what you think of me. I'll just put myself over here. There we go. That way you guys can focus more on this. I'm sorry about that. This is a tough one because this all these should technically be the same size. So it like becomes a thing of like consistency. Like you have to try to be consistent here. This is going to look really weird when I hop out of this view because I know for a fact that this isn't aligned. Or maybe it is. Oh, it was slightly aligned. Okay, that's not terrible. Not 100% pleased with it, but not 100% displeased either. Now I know for a fact this is going to start to come up here, right here. All right. Not bad. We're getting some weird issues down here, so I think this piece just needs to probably come up a little bit more. Not that terrible. I'm not like entirely like I'm not entirely like displeased. Should I learn Blender with AI tools of today? Little man YouTube tutorials are better. Are you talking to me? Are you saying YouTube tutorials are better than this? I would probably agree with you actually on that one. Funny enough. But I mean, at least we're trying it live, right? I mean, you got to give me some credit here. You can't completely discredit your guy, right? 1, 2, 3. You know what? Does it come down? I think it might. It's weird because from the top, it looks like everything's all good. But indeed, it was not good, right? Because really, this, and this need to be it. Filled like that. Yeah, okay, so it's really supposed to be like that. And then after that, then it comes down again. It's weird because it has a platform and then it comes down underneath of that. YouTube tutorials are better, no better than AI. Oof. Sensitive topic, my guy. God, this is not looking too bad though. I'm not displeased with it. I'm proud of myself. I normally don't go out of my way to like model something like this. It's not perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's pretty darn good for like at least like what I know I'm capable of. All right, anyway, getting besides the point, we need to kind of duplicate this bottom section here, at least the bottom part, but not just yet. I want to take all of these, kind of scale them on the Z a little bit more, make them a little flatter. It's tough to see if they are flat or if they're not. They're kind of almost curved. In fact, I'm tempted to say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I feel like that looks better. And then right here, we need to be like extremely careful. So we don't want to go too crazy here. Okay, I feel like this comes out more. What are your guys' thoughts? I mean, I'm not displeased, but I think it's good. Oh, you're trying to say that YouTube tutorials are better than AI. You need more practice. It's too early to make a model like this if you want a good result. This is my practice. I don't know what you mean, bro. This is my practice, but I agree. Everybody could use more practice. What I think this guy's trying to say is he thinks this is too advanced of a model for me to create with my current level of experience. I would agree. However, I like the challenge of trying to create something complex. Me personally, I like the challenge. And I always find ways to create things like more efficiently than I would before. And I am all about a difficult challenge. So I will like agree and kind of disagree with that, like a little bit of both, if that makes sense. Again, not to start, I'm not starting wars over here, but I will tell you, I think yes, it's ambitious for me to start this knowing that it's a difficult project, but at the same time, I think it's kind of like necessary, if that makes sense. Have I ever messed with plasticity? No, but I've heard really, really good things about it. All right, anyway, I'm getting distracted here. I need to take all the points except for these guys here, and I need to Shift D to duplicate them. I need to go into edit mode here, which I'm already in. Scale it down. Kind of come like this. Yeah, because I think they all come down like this. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to press L to select this selection, if it's going to let me. Bring it up. Select this edge loop. E, S, extrude. Bring it up. Same concept here. E, S. Because there's like a slight bevel on the bottom of this. Looks nice. Now, I'm going to do kind of the same thing here. I'm going to shade auto smooth, but I'm going to take the inner edge loop, Shift D, S to scale it in. And then I'm going to E, S to extrude it inwards because I need this like, whatever this like centerpiece is, because it kind of, this centerpiece is kind of like weird because it's, just relax this a little bit. This centerpiece kind of comes down like this, if you will, but it kind of comes in a little bit. And it gets, I think it gets grid filled. So let's try it. Can we do, oh, please tell me we can do a grid fill. Ah, we can't. Now, yes, you're probably thinking you can just do F. Like you can do F to just fill this in. You can, but again, it's not really going to work because we don't have an even amount. The reason we can't do grid fill is because of the way that we set this up. That's okay. Let me try a few things here. Try to see what this looks like. Doesn't look that terrible, to be honest. I'm not like 100% pleased with it, but I'm not 100% like displeased with it. Why is it treating it like a separate piece? Did I do that? I want to see something here. Can I press L on this piece? Yeah, separate selection. Perfect. Now I have this. Okay, I just want to see if I can do a smooth remesh and smooth. Not great topology, I'll admit. How would you go about modeling this mouse? Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm confused. Is someone talking to someone else? Maybe create this again when you were in a better level and compare the difference would be nice. Oh yes, I agree. So again, guys, I don't think the guy's coming at me or anything like that. I don't think it's like that. What I would say is he's probably saying like compare your speed at which you would do this with like a higher level, and I kind of agree with him. This isn't. I'm not saying like this is the best way to model it. In fact, it's definitely like not the best way to model it. I wouldn't do the exact same thing that I'm doing. It's not really like best practice. I get it, but I'm like pretty happy with like my current results. Besides, of course, this weird thing that's happening in the middle here. But I do think this is like something we can probably sort out. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I kind of like where we're at like so far. A lot of this is going to be like really refining like those details, right? And actually, coming to talking about details, I probably need the bottom of the mouse too, don't I? Which is going to be, I think, pretty simple, but I don't know what the other side looks like. So I'm also kind of like, oh boy, right? I will say one thing though, I probably need to reconnect all this when it comes time, which I'm not quite ready for, but we'll come down to it. All right, here's what I will do. I think I'll probably design this part next. I may just design this from a cube, keep it simple. Scale our cube down, tab into edit mode, all that good stuff. Bring these guys up here, the whole shebang. I don't know what this looks like. I do know that this is like the general profile of it, right? Something like that. And then I know that we're going to have to probably follow the angle here. Why am I getting like such a... It's weird. Oh, there we go. Now, it looked weird for a second, but I see why it looked like that. Do I still have proportional editing turned on? Don't believe that I do. All right, so this will be like the piece that goes underneath the mouse. Let me just align everything nicely. Okay. You know what? You know what I could probably do that might be better is just take a piece of the mouse, the top clicker, and then duplicate it. I'm trying to think of like the best way to go about it. Yeah, that's what I. That's funny. You literally just said it. I wasn't checking the comments, but I was thinking that. I was like, I guess I could take this topology here, duplicate it like right like that, and then go separate selection, and then the middle will meet the two. Actually, okay. Okay, good. All right, I think we're good. You're saying do this, and then kind of like extrude it down, something like that. I gotta. Bro, what the heck? That's weird. I do not know how that happened, but that's fine. We'll come back to that. I feel like that doesn't look terrible. We have the extrusion. And that's supposed to be the inside, but I do think the whole thing's supposed to be like a little bit smaller. Like it kind of comes underneath of the mouse and there's like a gap. All right, I'll take both of these. I think I'll do like a crease. Let me just see what this is looking like. Why does it look so weird? Solidify that. Oh, get rid of the bevel. I don't need that. Get rid of the solidify. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but okay. Oh. There was a crease on everything. Well, that's not going to help you. No, bro, I just want... I was selecting the wrong edges, that's why. I think this will work, though. Yeah, it works. There we go. That was what I wanted. Okay, good. All right, I'm feeling a little bit better about it. It's not perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm pretty happy with like the actual result just because I know that there's a lot that goes into this modeling. Also, sorry, I haven't been checking the comments. Let me check. Okay, it's basically a CAD software. Oh, plasticity is, yeah. I wonder if that is much better than Blender. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's great. A mouse is good for intuitive point and clicks, and it bypasses the text commands, which making the computer easier. What? Are you copying and pasting from like ChatGPT, bro? Yep. I'm convincing. Oh, they're convincing you to get plasticity? Yeah. All right. I was going to say, I don't think I'm going to be convincing you to get anything related to Blender, even though Blender's great, but, you know, we won't go there right now. But, all right, this is looking okay. I really genuinely don't know what the other side of this looks like. Like, I literally could not tell you. No idea. Like, there's maybe something over here that I really, like, I don't. This thing looks so ugly. It actually is a big mouse. Like I said, I have one, or I did have one. I just don't know exactly know exactly what it looks like. hey, I'm live streaming. Can I call you back? Or is it? Just X out of it. Just X out of it. No, nope, nope. Don't do that. Just X out of it. Okay. Yeah, try escape. All right. Do control shift escape to bring up the control panel or the end process. Hold control shift escape. It's not doing anything. Hold up, FaceTime me real quick. No, it's okay. I gotta make it quick though. Oh, let me see. Oh. Okay, that's weird. What the heck? Just click uninstall and see what it does. All right, now just X out of that. Okay. Did it go away? Because it has this. Yeah, click the X. Click the X. Click the X here. Yeah, click the X. All right, you should be good now. All right, thanks, hey. All right, you're welcome. No, you're fine. I appreciate it. You're good. All right, love you, brother. All right, love you too. Bye. All right, bye. Alrighty. I don't even remember what I was doing. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. What did I do? Oh Lord. Oh my God. It's beautiful. All right, let's just pretend like this is the best model we've ever seen. All right, I'm ready to move on to something different. I don't think we necessarily did a bad job. I think this was really good practice. And one thing I learned is that it's always good to get practice, even if you're not doing something that may be like next level. Overall, though, for like an organic shape, I'm not entirely like displeased. Like I'm really not. I thought we did pretty good. I really don't feel like working on this anymore, though, because that just completely broke my flow. So we are going to do a different topic. And whoever was complaining about modeling in the chat will be happy, because then we can do something different that will please the master. All right, here we go. Let me do that. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a quick vote on what we want to do next. I am going to go get some water because I'm parched. And we're going to, you guys can put what you want in the chat, and then we'll try to get to it, okay? All right. It looks good. It look-a good, he said. It look-a good, bro. All right. Vote in the chat. We'll go ahead and start a Q&A. Or not. No, I don't want a Q&A, bro. I want a poll. Start a poll. All the caps are all messed up there. Why the pirate ship? Why do you want the pirate ship so bad? He really wants the pirate ship. Oh my God. I'm going to ban you. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to ban you. But you are going crazy. Unknown 3D Blender wants the pirate ship. All right, there is your poll. I'm going to use the restroom. I'm going to get some water, and we'll be back in less than a couple of minutes here, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. All right, let me see what we got here. Trying to learn Blender workflows, okay. Model something for 2005 laptop specs that it can run. You're voting against pirate ship. You're getting water, he said. Oh, pirate ship. Oh my God, the vote's going crazy. The vote's going crazy, though. Hold on a second. Pirate ship might take the cake. Pirate ship's taking the cake. Oh my God. Bro, what is it even, like, what kind of, like, first of all, I want to know why you want a pirate ship, all right? I just want to know. You're voting against the pirate ship? You're looking forward to some water? I guess we can kind of combine both, right? Model the Black Pearl. Pirate ship on fake water. Okay, okay. Rigged. How is it rigged? 34 people voted. The Black Pearl. A suspicious amount of votes suddenly came in. Is this the Black Pearl? Where's the Black Pearl? It's a cool ship. Oh, look at that. That thing's pretty sweet, huh? Wow, I mean, the lines alone are crazy on this thing. This thing's wild. Like, it looks like there's a lot of different versions of this, and the question is, like, what is the version that we're going to be modeling? Oh my God, the pirate ship might win unless you guys get your votes in and vote against it. Oh, oh my God, it's a tie. There's 35 votes. Fake water simulation versus, oh, they're tied. Fake water sim and pirate ship are tied. I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to wait until the tie breaks. There's 47 people in here, so we still have 8 votes left if people want to vote. I mean, they're so, oh no. Oh no, no, no. A chess night would be good practice. 7 votes in the last minute. Bro is harvesting votes. How to add VFX to destroyed pieces of edge while not affecting the parts. For example, a cube gets destroyed by a lightning effect and the VFX transfers to the edge. That's a cool too. Too big and too complex. Maybe the Disney version. Well, unfortunately, the fake water simulation is about to win. When you say fake water simulation, everybody wants a pirate ship. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Bro, the water simulation that follow the curve. Okay. Pirate ship, please. Please, pirate ship. Please, bro, he says. Bro, it's tied. There's 44 people have voted out of the 48 watching. That's crazy. Highest vote count we've ever had. I don't know what's going on with the poll. It's about to, oh my God, there's 4. We need 3 votes left to really decide this, but we could do both. We could try to do fake, maybe we could do something like this where we have a pirate ship in a bottle, like, and then there's fake water in the bottle. That could be kind of cool. That's kind of a vibe. That could be kind of fun. Please put it in a glass bottle. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to save this. We're going to combine the best of both worlds. All right, we're gonna. Okay. All right, we'll combine it. Now, I'm ending the poll. Believe it or not, the fake water simulation won. But let's. I'll tell you what. We're gonna combine the best. We're gonna do the pirate ship in a bottle with water. How does that sound? Does that sound good to everybody? Toss the vote. Don't do either. Another hat. No. We're not doing hat. All right, I do need an actual, like, image of the Black Pearl, though. Like, a really good one. Is that the Black Pearl? Like, I can't. Jeez, this thing is crazy. I feel like that's the best view I can see of it. The Black Pearl's wild, bro. All right, don't do either. Okay, so this guy says we don't want to do either one, though. Yeah, all right. All right, this is going to be, this is going to be interesting because I don't really have any, like, these references are good, but they're not, like, great. I'm assuming this is, like, the Black Pearl right here. I'm just going to go with this image. Maybe I'll do like one more reference. I need like a really good reference. The water sim. Wait, what? What's bro saying about the water simulation? See if they have a blueprint of this thing. Oh, they do have a blueprint. That's kind of helpful. Okay, that's helpful. The Black Pearl. This is actually a decent blueprint. Thank you, whoever made this blueprint. Wait, bro, where are people getting these? Ooh, that's a good one. I'm trying to find one that I know is going to be like something I can easily follow. This is perfect. This is exactly what I need. Okay. Modeling workflow. Let's get a image editor up here. Let's first of all open up the reference. This is kind of what we're going for. We'll do, can I do another split? Horizontal split. Yeah, let's get another image in here, yeah? Open another image. I would like this one. Beautiful. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let's add our reference image in. Search for the reference. I'm going to do this one right here. Thanks, Air. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, I'm reading it wrong. Okay, thank you, sir. You're welcome. I'm going to scale this down a little bit because I actually think we're going to be putting this in a bottle, so I want there to be like a cool macro effect at the end. So I'm going to kind of scale it down a little bit. I'm going to just kind of go for it here. Should we just go? Should we just go in? Just go in on this thing? Okay, I'm feeling pretty confident that I can at least get started with that. Whew, here goes nothing, bro. Shred the black sail. Okay. All right, we'll do that. Maybe we can even do some cloth simulations with this. Oh my god, this is going to be wild. This is going to be a wild project. Let me just buckle in here. Let me buckle in. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It all starts with a plane, of course, as always. Oh, and you know what? I will shrink my face down. We'll put it right over here. Because you guys want to see the action, which is what you're going to see. Now, I guess the question is, vote in the chat. Are we just going to make this kind of like a super basic model, or are we just like going for like heavy, extreme detail here? Extreme. Also, I need to do a mirror on the Y. Extreme 1 billion polygons is crazy. Basic overview of a street. Extreme heavy detail, bro says. Oh, bro. This is gonna be insane, bro. I can already feel it being insane. realistic extreme detail. When you make a mistake, you sing a sea shanty. Oh Lord, I had this guy that I used to work with, and he just, I don't know what it was about him. He loved sea shanties like more than anyone. But there was a certain point where I had to tell him, bro, you need to chill because we've had enough of your shanties, brother. Nice guy though, good friend of mine actually. Funny enough. Oh Lord. That was it's just like a funny memory I have of that. Let's see. You need to see the molecules when I zoom in? Oh my god, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. It's possible. I'm sure someone out there has probably done it. I might add this part like externally after. What does this look like on the backside? Oh, it kind of just comes together. Okay, that's fine. What's happening down here? Sir. I'm sorry, but what? Oh, I just need this guy. What's happening here? Well, actually, this part will be underwater, so I'm not that worried about it. I'm not that worried about it. All right. This part, though, comes together like in the front here. But it comes together in like a weird way. Hold on. It's weird. It appears to be longer here. Is this the same? Bro, is this the same ship? Why does it look different here? Am I tripping? Maybe I am tripping. Doesn't it look different on this? Part of me is like, is this the same darn ship? Bro, it looks like, it almost looks like a different ship. You know what? It doesn't matter. We're going to do it anyway. Wait. Bro, clipping. Wait. Clipping. I did do clipping, bro. Guys, let's keep it tame in the chat. I'm just making a boat. All right, it doesn't have to be that serious. Or maybe it does. Maybe it does have to be that serious. We can make it serious. So let's pretend this looks really, really good. My God, that looks good. It's amazing. You can't even tell it's... You can't even... Like, it's clearly a boat. It's clearly a boat, right? All right. Man, this is not my best modeling, is it? That'll do. It'll do, right, guys? Solidify instead. Oh, solidify is a good idea. What was I doing? Let's go back. We need to go back. Marty, we need to go back. I like solidify. That's a good idea. God, it's no life is serious enough, thanks. Wait, what? Oh, life is serious enough to not take this too seriously. Okay, okay, I will. I'll tell you what. Let's do a really like rudimentary. Where was my guy that wanted like the low poly version? Because that's what I'm about to give you. I'm about to give you a really horrible low poly version of a ship. You ready? He said we'll fix it in post. He said we'll fix it in post, bro. That is hysterical. Guys, we'll fix it in post. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll fix it in post. I don't know why, but that cracks me up because like it's such a common saying in the world of I don't know, in the world of anything created digitally. Hey, we'll fix it in post. There we go. So you want to sail, do you? You want to sail, do you? Vroom. We're going to do, you know what, actually? I'm going to do this all in edit mode. I'm going to do some proportional editing. Did I say that right? Proportional? Nah? Oh, I guess technically it's this way, right? Oopsies. You said the reference picture is wrong. Look at the top flag. What do you mean? Oh, you're saying the top flag is going the incorrect way? He said beautiful. Move the mirror above the subdivision. Mint. Thank you. All right. Looks good. All right. I'll tell you what. That's about as much modeling as I'm going to do today. Let's go ahead and create some fake water because I want to show you guys how it's done. All right, so we'll take a plane and subdivide it a ridiculous amount of times, more than you would ever need to subdivide a plane ever. Do that. And we're going to animate this ship. So let me just do this. Parent it to this object. I'm just going to animate this guy. I just want to show you guys how to create fake water, because we're going to be using none other than dynamic paint. With a canvas, we'll add our canvas. For the paint type, we'll choose waves, and then we'll choose this object, do dynamic paint type brush, add the brush. We go back, and I don't know if you can see that or not. It's really not affecting it much because we need to bring the plane up more. There we go. Now we'll see it. There you go. There's your fake water. It's a done deal. Pretty cool though, right? And obviously you can, you would have, the boat would have like, a surface on it. but you get the idea. And then what you can do is you can adjust like your intensity and things like that. But that's how you make fake water with dynamic paint. So that's one way to do it with dynamic paint. There's also, oh my God, there's so many ways to do it. So there's like an ocean modifier. There's displacement with geometry nodes. There's a million ways to do it. I like doing it this way because like it's a really, really quick way to set it up that doesn't cost you really much at all. Now, if we're talking like you want like really hyper realistic water, yes, like theoretically, I guess you could do that with the ocean modifier. I don't really use that one much, but we'll try it out. Ocean. And then I think you have to do, where is it? We don't want it to repeat. Where's the size of it? There we go. Size, we'll make it smaller. Depth. Time. So if we go to, there we go. So the ocean modifier is cool. I don't really use it much, but I have an idea of like how it works. This is just a repeating pattern. And then what you do is you mess with this time, right? Which gives you like the actual wave movement. And then, let's see, we'll do a random seed. Waves, scale of the waves. There we go. We can adjust the scale of the waves, choppiness of the water, alignment. I don't really want it to align at all. But yeah, I think if you keyframe this time, you can make it look like moving water. That's like one way to do it. Is there a Discord server for CG Cookie? Yes, there is. If you Google it, it should come right up. I don't have the direct link right now, though. That would look amazing with the texture on it. What, this right here? The water? Yeah, it probably would. Like if you went into rendered view and you just went to cycles, yeah, you could probably give it like a quick little shader. You know, I'll go over here, go to environment texture. I'll show you what it would look like potentially. Like if you wanted to, you probably just go in here and do like a glass with like 0 roughness, and boom, just like that, you pretty much have water just like that. And then you can obviously like increase the detail if you want to. I think you can do scale of the waves. Where's detail? Oh, resolution. Let's bump that up. There we go. A little bit better. Right? And then you can imagine you can go in here and adjust your timing to make the waves move. But that's probably how you might be able to go about doing that. Just an idea of how to get like a quick ocean real quick. Sorry to be that guy again. Oh no, dude, you're good. You're good. Let me mute myself up here. Here you go. I got you. Because you were trying to look at the settings. I got you. You're not being that guy. I'd rather you guys point it out to me so that I can improve it for you. Do a wormhole? Do a wormhole. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to get out of this. Sorry, guys. I'm over the pirate ship. No offense to the guy that suggested the pirate ship. It is a cool concept. Don't get me wrong. But let's do another quick vote because like I am kind of ready to move on. I don't want to like spend like a crazy amount of time on like huge projects. I'm looking for more like little bite-sized pieces for you guys, you know? All right. So we had, what was the one the guy just said? Wormhole. And then, what was the other one? I feel like there was another one I was... Serious realism. He said, oh no. Your PC froze watching it? No. What was I looking at? Okay. All right. So let's see what we have next. I don't even remember what I was going to do next. I guess we got to vote again. Quick vote. Quick vote. Gun? Bro says gun. Oh, Lord. All right, let's see. There you go. Vote. Bro, you really want to go? What is a wormhole? Like what? What? I mean, I think I like know what it is. It's like a science thing. Oh my god. Like that? I can't. Okay. Bro really needs to see what a wormhole is going to look like here. Okay. Okay. I mean, there's so many different types. It's like, which one? It looks like that might be the winner. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe it won't be the winner. Oh, no. Apple 90s translucent. Are we talking about like, oh, yeah. The translucent vibe was cool. I remember. Oh, man, such nostalgia. Man, what a oh, I just got hit with nostalgia, guys. Oh. Oh, the good old days. They don't make them like they used to, guys. They don't make them like they used to. Let's vote at. Oh, Wormhole's gonna win though. So too bad for the transparent technology. But this was cool stuff. 90s. I'm gonna just type in 90s translucent. Yeah. What a vibe. What a vibe. What a vibe, bro. 'Twas a vibe. 'Twas. Oh, close vote, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Like that? That's crazy. How it's like bending the light in a crazy way. I kind of like remember this because this scene was intense. I remember that. Wow, everybody really wants the wormhole. Make a Game Boy. Wormhole, baby. Light distortion around a black hole wormhole looks amazing. Oh my gosh. What a scene, too. What a cool movie. Has anybody seen the movie? I'm assuming you have if you're mentioning Interstellar, that you've probably seen the movie, right? Oh, Lord. Getting myself into a pickle with this one. Everybody wants the wormhole. I have some ideas of how we can do it. All right, let's just jump into it because, like, I have some ideas. I do want to get a NASA image. I need a nebula. Just go here. This video is sponsored by NASA. Wow, look at these images of space. Like, this is wild. Like, how do you even... We just save this image real quick. Bro, I mean, like, let me just do this. I just want to see if we can wrap this image around 360. Yeah, we kind of can. All right, cool. So, like, theoretically, if we had this set up and we had Eevee, right, with GPU, we could add a sphere, like a UV sphere. All right, let's go ahead and views, frame selected, shade it smooth, go to object, new, glass. I'm just thinking about, like, how light bends around things, right? Like, because, like, right now, if we look at this, like, light is bending within this, and we get this nice like spherical image of our like universe thing, right? So I'm thinking like, how can we use that? Yeah, Interstellar. Okay, I guess wormhole wins. All right, that's fine. All right, wormhole wins. So now I'm thinking like, okay, we have this now. How do we like create that like crazy effect that they have? Well, I really don't know. I think I would probably start by just like duplicating this a few times, kind of starting to see how like the light bends around it. Now I'm like I'm inside the sphere. Wait, am I in the sphere? Okay, I was in the sphere already. Here's what I want to do. I do want to set up a camera here. And I think we just mess around with the light a little bit. Kind of like see what we can come up with here. Where's my... Okay, let's see. Orthographic, possibly? Nah, I don't want to do orthographic. I think we need... oh, panoramic is interesting. What? Interstellar was awesome. You should do a review or your thing. Oh, you submit your models and then I review and fix it. That is a cool thing. We could definitely do that. Except for, again, I'm not really not necessarily a modeling expert, as we could probably tell from earlier. But it doesn't mean I can't try. This is wild. What is happening? Bro, what? Wait, why is it... Oh, the camera's acting really weird right now. Hold on, I have an idea. Let's get the camera really, really close to our subject. I'm going to zero everything out, pull it back on the Y. Okay, just want to see. I want to take this and subdivide it. All right, what were we making? A black hole? I honestly don't know how to make a black hole. I'm just going to kind of go crazy here and see what we can do. Like, if I take this and do depth of field, will that even do anything? No, it really won't. Fun part is that the visual illusion of the Penrose stairs was so easy for you. I know it was easy. Well, it wasn't easy. It took some thinking, but I think for like this one, I gotta look at, where's that image? Where's the image of it? Was it the black hole? Is that what we're trying to do? Now, if we're just trying to do the black hole, like where was the original image of it? Was it this? I don't even remember. Like the actual one from the movie. Oh, wow. What an epic, epic scene. Hold on, let's watch this scene real quick. By the way, this is not my original footage. I'm just using this as a reference for Blender, just so we can get an idea. An idea. Oh my God, bro. Come on, bro. Hours of simulations to kind of get this correct. So we could like model, like if, okay. If we really want to recreate this, I think we can model it and make it look like this, no problem. But again, it's like, if you want the real physics, I don't know how to do the real physics behind it. So let me just see something. All right, you really want the real thing? Or you want this? Hold on. Need a flat shot of it. Yeah, so I mean, obviously the first thing I think of is, okay, we're gonna model this thing. Perfect, that's what I need. All right, we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna start from scratch though. Hope you guys don't mind, because I want to model it. Like, I want to go into my modeling and open up this image, and I want to use it as a reference. Yep. Crazy. I think you gotta kind of start with a sphere here, and then you almost want to start with a like a cylinder. Like, I'll show you what I mean. You take a cylinder, not a cycloid, cylinder, right? Just bring this up, and then you take it and you basically just extract this edge loop here, right? And then select the inverse and delete. And then you take this, right? Extrude, scale. Or I'm sorry, no, you don't want to extrude and scale. Extrude, scale out, and then just take this middle face, delete the face. Now you have this, right? So now you have this thing. And then you take the edge loop, scale it out. Now you have this kind of like ring, and then you just take it down like this. And then you have to kind of like flip the other side like up a little bit, if you will, right? So you kind of have to go, okay, well, let's see. I want to take these pieces here. Wait, why is it selecting the cube? I don't want the cube. I just want this. Bro, how did a cube get in there, bro? What the heck? I'm sorry, does someone want to tell me how a cube got in there? Doesn't matter. Did I add a cube? I do not recall ever adding that cube in there. All right, there we go. Anyway, what I wanted to do originally is I want to bring this up here. Like that, yep. And then I want to do subdiv. Yeah, I was looking for something like that. Yeah, because really, at the end of the day, this thing is kind of like, I mean, this thing's gonna be weird. A lot of it's gonna be like a weird like shading thing, right? But like I feel like that's like in general like how I would go about it. And then it does kind of like expand outwards. So I guess you could technically take like these two edge pieces here and like maybe like this one here. And I think I could probably do like, you know, I don't know. Actually, maybe take just the center one. Nah, I want this guy here. Just got to be careful because like then you have to come back in here, grab these pieces, right? And I feel like that's like the shape of it. Now I'm modeling it like this because, let me just save this real quick. I'm modeling it this because I think like we can get away with like a similar thing that we did last time, right? Because I'm gonna be flipping this anyway, right? Like this. Yep. Except for this time, this is gonna come in more. So I'll probably take these two guys. Kind of like that, right? Yeah, I feel like that's about right, yeah? Yeah. Wormhole's different than a black hole? Well, yeah, I'm sure. I just... There we go. All right, time to see if we can get this thing to work. The outside should be completely black. We should have an emissive glow to our objects. These should have the same material. The middle should have no material. And then it's just a matter of like, can we make this look like it has lines in it? Yes, we can. We just want a noise texture with a color ramp. Scale it a little bit. Texture coordinate and mapping will allow us to crunch these into little lines. But I want them to follow the UV. But not like in the way that they're doing right now. Could have followed them like a curve. Hold on, I'm just trying to think if I wanted to follow these. UV. Now UV, smart UV project. Let me see some. Yeah, do the normal. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, trippy. Not what I want though. Ultimately, I wanted to follow this, but I'm not sure how. Oh, I can do not normal. Did I have it on generated? I think I did. I was hoping to make this really, really seamless. Oh, wait, we can we do radial? Hold on, we might be able to do a gradient texture first, and then do, is it spherical? No, I want radial, right? And then I want object, I think. Getting closer. Why does it look so like weird though? Ray marching? What's ray marching? I don't think I've heard of that. Give the middle of Fresnel. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, and you know, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, oh. For what? I'm sorry, but like, huh? I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon? Like, what is happening? Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea, and you're going to have to just hear me out. I think we can probably just take this line, Shift D, right? Duplicate it. And now I'm going to separate this selection, and I think I can just convert this to a curve. Yeah, now it's a curve. And then I think we can use that curve in geometry nodes. I think. Let's see. Excuse me. I think what we can do is we can have things that are emitted like along that curve. Just thinking this through if this is going to work or not. Like little like strands almost that follow this curve. It's annoying that you can't just have, like, why can't I have the, sorry guys, I'm trying to think this through in terms of like how to get those lines to follow the actual like topology themselves, because I've done this plenty of times before and I've never really had any issues with the actual like lines following through. Wonder if the line, can I have the lines follow the curve? Probably not. That would have been cool if I could though. I would have really liked that one. UV unwrap it to a straight line. And how do you do that? I don't really do UV unwrapping like that. Wait, did that just work? Did that work, bro? No, it didn't. Well, actually, kind of did. Not exactly, though. UV, that kind of worked. Sort of. This is a black hole. A black hole is different than a wormhole. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you guys want some? Was I doing the wrong thing? Did I do the? That's my fault. Did I do the wrong thing? Indeed I am. But you know what's funny is the more I look at this, the more I'm like, wait a second, like there's another way you could do this that's kind of crazy, but like I probably shouldn't attempt it, but it's crazy. Wait, let him cook. Wait. Oh, you do think it looks amazing? Oh God. Now people are, guys, can you do me a favor? Start a quick argument in the chat, please. Thank you. Keep go. Oh, okay. All right, I'll keep going. I thought you guys were over it. I thought you were over it. If you do this, you get a Nobel Prize. Oh, if I get a Nobel Prize, then okay. In that case, I will do it then. All right, fair enough. I will do it. All right. anyways, what I was going to do, I think, is I was going to take this curve and do something with it. Is I was going to like somehow use this curve to generate other curves, possibly. But let me try. Let me try something. Let me try to instance onto this. I just want to see if this will work. I want to see if I can instance other curve lines onto this, but following their like normal. Rotation. That'll do it, I think. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So now we have something that looks like this, right? Doesn't look like anything too crazy yet, but we can adjust the count. So now we can get curves that are on this point, right? And then what we can do is we can take this curve, duplicate it, scale it in. Now we have this, right? Just let me cook, let me cook. And theoretically, we can also, instead of a curved line, you could theoretically do curve to mesh. I'm about to cook. Just let me cook, bro. Just hold on. Yeah, there we go. Not done yet. If we plug a spline parameter factor into the scale, we can also resample this curve as well, and then we can come in here and color ramp it. Give them a small taper. We'll do black on each side and white in the middle, because now they have, look, they have this thing going here. Good. For the profile, we're good. Okay, I think that's kind of what I was looking for. Now, the only thing about this is we want to make sure that the curve, well, you actually could theoretically just give it an outline by itself. I'm just thinking. He said keep going. Okay, so I should stop. I should stop. Vote whether I should stop or not. I can stop. I don't mind. I don't mind stopping. It's fine. I can if you guys really want me to. Set material to our glowing material. And you notice how we don't see anything because we need to realize the instances. Okay. Oh, there's no hold up. Why isn't this showing up? I'm sorry, what? Let me try something real quick. Why you no show up, bro? I'm sorry, what is happening? Oh. Is it because it has to be generated? Hold on, let me just try something real quick. Okay. I guess technically it doesn't have any thickness. No, but it does. And why is the setting material not working? I don't need a light source because it's an emissive material. Did I pick the wrong material? Oh, maybe I picked the wrong material. Aha! Okay, that was what was happening. That makes way more sense. All right, that would be how I would like start it. And then I think from here, what I would probably do is like, then I think, make these thin enough. Yeah, I think if I make these thin enough, I can probably actually go in here and modify the material. Yeah, so now I could be like, boom. And I could flatten everything, I think. You get the idea. I mean, that's roughly probably what I would do, although I'm still not like 100% pleased with it. It's definitely closer to like what I wanted, though. No. I see why you said that. I see why you said that. All right. We're gonna get out of this one. We're gonna get out of this one because I'm gonna spend way too much time on that. We're gonna come back to the drawing board here. I could go bazonkers on that stupid thing. All right, back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. Nah, bro, nah. New poll. What should I make next? Question mark. Guys, just so you know, and I apologize for this because it's just like me and my nature. Like sometimes I'm just like, nah, you know what? I'm done with this. It's just like my OCD, ADHD. You know, I'm just like, you know what? Never mind. Next thing. Boom. All right. Translucent Tech 90s, right? Or what was the other one? Gun modeling or chestnut. Do I know Markham 3D? No, I do not. There you go. Go ahead and answer the poll. I'll be right back. Quick bathroom break. I'm going to go ahead and wait for your comments to come in, and then we'll get started. And just so you guys know, the thing we did last time was this. We did this in modeling, and this was a lot of fun. So this was the model we did last time. We'll do something similar this time, and go ahead and drop your votes in the chat, please. So far, we have 6. We have currently 60 people watching. I'd love to see every single one of you vote. Thank you guys so much. Everyone wants me to model a gun. Okay. That is a interesting request. All right. Gun saber. Gun saber is crazy. Translucent 90s tech gun saber. Low key, a pirate holding a gun on a pirate ship in space through a wormhole. Yo. All right. Okay. What? I don't know, bro. Okay. All right. Okay, we want to... Gun saber is crazy, bro. You know what would actually be kind of cool is a gun that has the translucent vibe to it. That would be kind of interesting. All right. If you guys really want me to model a gun, that's totally fine. We can definitely do that. What gun do you want me to model? Go ahead and comment and let me know. Best idea wins. I'll choose the best idea, and then whatever you guys comment, we'll do. Remember, we do not promote any type of violence here at CG Cookie or any of the channels that I operate on. We're simply doing this to practice our modeling skills. That is it. We're not promoting anything related to 3D printing gun parts or anything like that. We are simply modeling and practicing our modeling skills. Just wanted to throw that disclaimer out there. But a gun does have some intricate parts to it, so it could be interesting to model. A toy gun. Okay, that's definitely a good idea, or like a Nerf gun or something. Gun saber is crazy. Bro, don't do it. There's all this stuff about legality and weapons and 3D printing. Okay, in that case, maybe we do a toy gun. Oh, this guy already has, wow, MK22 or AK-47 with translucent vibes. Gun saber. Clear water gun. Okay, oh, you know what? Clear water gun could be a cool one, because that kind of fits, that kind of saves us a little bit, if you will. Anakin's gun saber. Anakin's gun saber. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Clear squirt gun. Desert Eagle is great. Desert Eagle would be cool. Oh, this is cool. See, like, these are all toys, which is great. So, like, we can kind of maybe get away with this. Yo, this thing's ridiculous. Look at this squirt gun. Look at this squirt gun, bro. This thing's ridiculous. This thing's crazy. Will I go live tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Barrett MK22. What does that look like? Oh my god, thing's wild looking. That's a cool weapon for sure. Wow, look at that. Fully automatic water gun is crazy, bro. I hope they don't ban this live stream. Yeah, because we do have to, realistically speaking here, guys, we do have to be kind of careful because they can flag videos like this, so I really don't want to talk about this because it doesn't technically fit the subject matter. But I will tell you that, like, something like this, we could probably make this. This is a water gun. It is a summer water gun. It's apparently high pressure, which is interesting. Like, I'm not sure, like, who you're trying to squirt with this water gun, but okay. This thing's crazy. It's sick. All right. I think that the gun modeling won, so we're going to do that. But we're going to do maybe like something like this. Like this, I kind of want to see, like, does this have other pictures of it? And I think it does. This thing's wild. How much is this? This is only 99 cents. That's actually crazy. All right, let's try to model it just simply by looking at the image and see how we can do. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the image. I don't know that this is, what was it, an AVIF? Does Splendor support AVIFs? It does. Okay, perfect. All righty. All right, this will be an interesting one. I'm just going completely from scratch here, guys. Remember, this is a water gun, so we're going to be kind of fulfilling two things, the water gun and then also the translucent vibes. You said it would break instantly? Yeah, probably. All right, we'll start with a cube. Scale it down a bunch since this is going to be like a smaller product, if you will. Put my face over here. All right, I think first things first, we do a little loop cut in the middle, or at least we try to. And then we go to our X-ray view, delete our other vertices, and we're just going to kind of model this thing with a mirror modifier. Now, I know you can't see right now, but we have a mirror modifier on. I know you can't see the modifier, so I'll try to, like, I'll turn on some matte cap here. Maybe we'll choose a new one. Let's choose. God, there's so many choices. I kind of wish they had more. Is there a way to get like more options for this? There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and go to our side view. Again, scaling this down, moving it down. All right, I think I'm ready to start. This thing has a lot of details on it, so that'll be interesting to like try to capture those details. But I mean, for the most part, I think I might just block this out and kind of go from there. Yeah, let's block it out. Let's separate this. This is going to be a separate section of this thing. Yep. So maybe small size your face cam. Rainbow. Normal one. It doesn't look like a gun. The normal. Oh, this one. Yeah. Ah, got it. How's that? All right here. Whatever. All right, what was I getting at? Okay, so we got this. Looks good so far. So we're blocking it out, and then I guess we're gonna need probably something else right here. Thoughts so far? I feel like it's not looking terrible. I mean, this is going to be like an extremely ridiculously detailed model, but it'll look good, I think. Well, we'll see. I say it'll look good. We'll see. It almost feels like these need to get pushed up a little bit. But then this needs to come right here. I guess I could have just done a solidify. It's fine. This thing's cool. It's great. This is a great stream for learning. Yeah, I feel like you're not going to learn a crazy amount with the modeling stuff from me, but it's just like fun. Like we're just like having fun, and that's what it's kind of all about, in my opinion at least. The heck? Oh, we need clipping. There we go. I'm going to copy these modifiers over. Looks good. Shade everything smooth. All right, I'm getting pretty happy about like how this is looking so far. Kind of just blocking it out. The details will be interesting to add. I think those will be like more challenging, but like this right here, I think it actually comes down, right? And then it kind of like is like slightly inset, like it kind of comes in here. Just like this, and you almost have this like loop cut that comes here. Kind of scales it in a little bit. Something like that. And I almost want to give this a crease. Is that the edge? Yeah, that is the edge. Why does it not want to crease for me? Something weird is happening here. Hold on. We'll come back to that. I don't know why that's happening. Ah, there we go. There was a bevel overlap. Okay, that looks better. All right, I'm happier with that. And then we'll bring this whole thing down. All right, that's better. Good. All right, let's get the trigger and then whatever that sight is. Again, this is a water gun. I should say this again. This is a water gun. Do a water sim with it. That'd be cool. Thank you for your time, Kenny. And chat. Usually watch these a few hours after finish in New Zealand, but it was really cool to see you tackle varied suggestions. Hope you know you're awesome. Thank you so much, a lion named Roar. I really appreciate that. I'm trying my best. Trying my best. I'm having fun. We're really mainly here to have fun, right? At least that's my opinion on what I'm here to do. All right. All right, for our trigger, I think I'm going to kind of just free-for-all it, if you will. Like, I'm going to kind of just do one of these. Do this. Trying to match the actual like trigger itself. Ugh. Probably could have just done a solidify with this, but whatever. Like a solidify with maybe. Ugh, God, this looks awful. Ugh. Be right back. Throwing up. All right, let's add a solidified to it. 0 offset. Center it. Now, I do think that in the middle there is like a solid part because this is probably an injection molded thing. So the plastic probably has like parting lines, all that stuff. You can kind of see, like, if you look really close, it does have those parting lines. So we can come back to that. But regardless, I do think this is starting to look nice. Have the trigger. We'll come back to like what that really looks like. Ooh, excuse me. We have a plane for the connector for the trigger. See what that's going to look like. It actually kind of just like has this profile and it's extruded. Okay, I think I actually know what this is going to look like. Why can't I get this right? RZ90, there we go. Okay, so RZ90, whatever. This is going to be extruded, but I do think that if you look, like if you subdivide this like a couple times, bring in those edges maybe one more time. Yep, and then we bring in, like for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Proportional editing. And we're going to delete the second half. We'll do a mirror on the Y. Oh, vertex weight mix. No, what the heck? What is bro on about? All right, we got our mirror modifier. SY0, because somehow that got unflattened. And then we'll do a solidify. The solidify is going to go all the way back like this. And then it's going to come up here. And we're basically going to zoom in on this thing real quick. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to kind of make this profile shape, if you will. Where is my freaking proportional editing? Why can't I see it? Do I have my overlays turned off? Here, let's just do this. There we go. Perfect. That's all I needed. Just like that, really. And we'll add that hole in later if we need to. I feel like that looks pretty good. Carpenter tunnel. Knight armor. Yeah, I know. Oh Lord, carpenter tunnel. What? What is bro on about? All right, check it. Cut this bad boy in half. Front view. Delete the bottom vertices. Okay, we're good there. All right, we need to bevel this edge. You know what's crazy about this? Like, I can't really see the internal components, so we can kind of like make some of them up as we go, but it's pretty cool. Did you travel forward in time? The pirate ship's done. Okay. All right. Add a cylinder. Okay. I'm locked in. Sorry, guys, I'm locked in. I can't talk right now. Separate selection. Cool. Cool. All right, we're gonna need a couple of things on this. Let me get rid of the bevel. Yeah, well, first thing we're gonna need is a solidify, right? We need to make this thing solid. We're gonna shade this flat for a minute. We're gonna take every other, here what we'll do is we'll check this out. We'll select this edge loop, and then we'll go to vertice select checker, where is it? Checker deselect. So now we have these, right? But watch what we can do. Oh. How nice is that? And we can do the same thing back here, except for those lines. I might be able to get away with that in some sort of like interesting like shading thing. So let me just see if we can do subdiv. It's not terrible. I mean, I guess that'll be fine. You guys should hear the music I'm listening to. It would make a lot of sense why I'm just like staring at this object like this right now. I'm just thinking about the other things I want to do. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's add a plane. Okay. I think I got it now. Does that look right? I think it does. I think it does. All right, let's solidify that. Let's give it a bevel. I missed the part over here. This comes in a little bit. Why does it look like that? All right, I feel like that looks pretty decent. Something looks off. What looks off? What looks off? Might just be like where the parts are. Does that look okay? I feel like it looks not bad. And then there's a part that comes up that we need to kind of worry about as well. That part comes back from over here. Does that look right? Yeah, it looks okay. Whoa. It's like a weird issue with, oh, I see. Does this whole line need to come over? Bro. What is happening here? My brain hurts, bro. My brain hurts. What's happening? Is it this? I shouldn't have inset that. I should not have done that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it. I think it's going to look cool anyway. I'm overthinking it. I don't plan on making an Uzi anytime soon, but I'll be sure to take a look just in case once I do it. Active clipping. I have it checked. It's just being weird. It's being weird because of that inset I added. All right, anyway, I kind of want to explore, okay, what is this thing? Oh, I have to add this piece up here. Crap. Oh, bro, I don't feel like adding that piece. But I must do it. Why? Because they told me to. I'm going to just kind of estimate what this is going to look like. All right, it's something like that. And then this will be interesting. Actually, let's get rid of the solidify for a second here. I'm just going to follow this curve. I added it because I want to follow it roughly. There we go. Although, no, wait. I want to connect it because I can't merge it. You know what? I'll do this. I will select everything but the top part. Select, invert, EX. There we go. Now I have just this top part. And I guess I could ES or E. I don't know. I feel like part of me almost wonders, should this be like a completely separate piece up here? And also I have to, bro, why is it, all right, whatever. The heck was that, bro? Why is it like, it's being weird, bro. This whole program's being weird. Or am I being weird? Don't answer that. I'm being weird? Oh, you're saying... Wait, is this the real CG cookie? Indeed. It is. It is. You know what I'm going to do, though, guys? Honestly, I'm going to take this top part. I am going to separate the selection. And I'm going to take this, delete these vertices, take this. Oh, no, I accidentally grabbed something I was not supposed to grab, but that's okay. We're going to solidify it. I grabbed the wrong vertice that it wasn't supposed to be there. It's fine. All right, I think we're almost good to go. There's just one thing I need to do because I forgot that there's a piece in here. Bro, hold on. I kind of forgot that there was this piece below it. So I kind of have to like modify this real quick. Or maybe I just leave it like that. Nah, that's cheesy, isn't it? I really shouldn't do that. Oh crap, I really didn't plan for that, did I? I thought I planned properly for that. I did not. Oof. I just want to pretend like that works. Oh. Can't pretend. You can't pretend that that works. Ugh, God, that looks... It looks horrible. We forgot to cut these slices. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to add a Boolean modifier with a difference. That'll work. Except for, you know what? They're a little bit higher than that. That looks fine. Ooh, we forgot to carve the name in here. Alrighty, here's what we're going to do. We are going to, first of all, give this some geometry. I guess we need, like, that little rectangular patch, if you will. We'll mirror it across this piece, and it'll be across the X. Bring it over here. All right, let's first form this thing here. All right, I'm going to take each edge here manually. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to bevel them until I feel like it's appropriate. That looks fine. And then I'm going to add a bevel on top of the bevel. But this time I'll go here. I'll object apply scale. Reduce the bevel a lot. I think I'll do Something like that, maybe. Shade smooth, GX. And then let's see, how's this working? All right, let's see what we can do. All right, now I guess we just have to, I think what I'm going to do with this guy is to make it like really high quality. Well, first of all, we're going to convert it to a mesh because we have to in order to cut into something. Then I'm going to remesh it smoothly, uncheck, remove disconnected, up the octree depth. That looks good. And then I'm going to do a Boolean on this bad boy, but I got to do the Boolean before the, after the bevel, but before the mirror. Save it real quick. Select this guy. Move this guy on in. Let's see what we get. Not terrible, but again, we want to be careful because we're getting these weird zigzags because of the like topology. So where is my text? I'm going to smooth it out a little bit. Raise the octree depth just once, and then do smooth modifier on this bad boy. 10 repeats. Hide it. Back to monoline. A little bit better. That'll do for now. You know what's funny is it's flipped, but it's flipped the incorrect way. And I actually think there's a way to fix that. You have to go to flip X. I don't remember. There's a way to do it. You know, it doesn't matter because what we're going to do is we're going to start adding some materials and make this thing look really cool. Although we don't have any internal components because we don't really know like what those internal components look like. But I think this is pretty cool so far. I'm like pretty happy with like how far we got. Oh, a Boolean cuts into something. It allows you to cut into another object with an object. All right, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to pull up this bad boy here. Shall we? Well, first of all, let's get some lighting onto our scene with Cycles. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Cycles to the chat. So happy to be joining today. Thank you for having me. Let's go ahead and set up some film transparency so we can just focus purely on the materials here. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's get a nice little shiny blue plastic on our muzzle. Now for a shiny blue plastic, well, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and select this nice blue color. That looks great. We'll go ahead and go to our sheen coat. We'll raise that metallic value. Now we have a nice little plastic going here. We'll raise the roughness up just a little bit. Give us some metallic. Let some more of that light through. Oof, starting to look really good. Now, if we want that grainy, bumpy texture, that's actually not too hard to achieve. We'll simply use a noise texture, a bump node. We'll factor into the height, go into our normal. We'll go into our material preview so we can kind of like see what's happening. Let's go ahead and increase that a little bit. Awesome. Just getting closer here. I think let's look at 1 for the detail. For the roughness, I'll turn it up. A little bit of distortion can't hurt, but you know what? You should be careful with the amount of distortion that you do. That's good. A little bit less strength will be all right. Not terrible. It's a little bit too shiny. I feel like that looks a little bit better. All right, now let's apply it to the other areas that it should be on. It should be on this, and that's, oh, and the trigger. Control L, link materials, and I think we're good to go. Are we good to go? Did we get it? Yep. And then in order to prevent this like weird stretching, we'll add some mapping. Texture coordinate. I think if we do this, we should be good to go. Now we'll do object. That's a little bit better. And now what we can do is we can adjust the scaling from here. Get that kind of like shiny plastic that's like slightly bumpy. Slight variation in the surface. Awesome. Looks good. I'm happy with it. Kind of almost looks like anodized aluminum, but we can always come back to it. Oh, Lord. That's funny. That's funny. All right, let's make a new material for this guy. Let's do a translucent material, just for now. Probably end up mixing this with glass. And it's going to have a slight blue tint to it. I'm going to do a transparent, actually. Transparent transparent. There we go. Looking better. And then I'm going to make sure that all of these other materials follow suit. Awesome. All right, and let's give it that nice blue tint. There we go. It's a little bit too blue. Let's do a color. Input color. Constant. Let me see if I can snag that color real quick. It's like that, but it's brighter. Oof, that's a tough one. Obviously, the light source is going to ultimately help us too, so I'll raise the strength of our HDRI. That's a little bit better. You can kind of start to kind of see through this thing. What's the IOR? Oh, I don't know. We could try 1.33 like water. See what that looks like. It's not terrible. It's looking pretty good. Transparency. Oh, and then obviously we can mix this as much as we want to. That looks cool. I kind of want to try like a glossy plastic. So maybe instead of transparent, we can do like principled. Kind of go here. And then for our principled, I want to do coat. I want the coat to be high because I want it to be shiny. Where's transmission? Transmission, weight, we can turn that up. That's starting to look pretty good. Roughness, we'll turn that down because we want it to be nice and shiny. This is just this is the factor of it all, of course. It looks pretty cool though. Wow, this thing looks sick. I want to set up a plane. Where's our object? Oh, there it is. I want to set up a plane underneath of this thing with a new material. High roughness, maybe like a gray. And then I want to take my edge, extrude it up. Little bevel. I'm going to add a camera to my scene. Okay, looks good. All right, let's see. Depth of field. Nice. This is looking pretty cool, though. All right, I want to try to make it look like it looks here, though. So let's get an area light. RX90. Scale it down, bring it back. I want this light to be like pretty darn intense, so I'm going to raise that exposure quite a bit. I'm going to go in here, SX, kind of bring it over here, because I can tell the light source is coming from like this general direction, so let's see how that looks. Awesome, starting to get that lighting that we were looking for there. I don't know if this is like a rendering or if this is the image, because I don't know like what the heck this thing is here. This might even just be, this might be AI. Like I genuinely like have no idea. I'll add a solidifier. It genuinely looks photoreal. Oh wow, thank you. I mean, I don't think it necessarily looks photoreal yet, but I think it looks good. Making it photoreal is always a challenge, at least for me. One thing I will tell you guys though is that I think we can actually re-enable the HDRI. So let's get out of our transparency mode, and I'll show you why. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually just SZ0 all of this. I actually want the background in here because I want the depth of field to do us some justice here. And I want to do this. I'll show you guys. I want to adjust my world. So I'm going to go show you guys a cool trick. I mean, you've probably seen this trick many times if you've watched my live streams, but if you go ahead and you do texture coordinate, I think it is AI, which is crazy because we're sitting here modeling something that was created by AI. I still had fun doing it. So now that I've plugged all this in, I can actually adjust like what's in the background of my photo. Now what I can do, okay, check this out. Now I can go to my camera, go to solid view, add my depth of field in here. When I go to my camera and I enable my depth of field, you can see it instantly. I'm going to disable the object, and I'm just going to manually decide like where my depth of field sits. Okay. And then for the depth of field, it's just a little intense. So let's do like 1, maybe even 3. And obviously, if you scale all this down, it'll become like even more realistic, right? And then I'll mention there's really not a lot of surface like details on this right now, but you can add a lot to this if you want to. Like the plastic right now, we could probably add some surface detail too. Like for example, kind of talked about this before, but if we go into our object, right now this is just like transparent. We haven't done really anything with the displacement or the normal. So I'm going to actually add in here a normal bump map. Go ahead and add a bump, noise texture. You guys know the deal. Plug this into the height, plug this into the normal. And already we have some interesting surface texture. And it kind of just changes things up a little bit. It allows us to have like some variation on the surface without too much going on. But it looks pretty cool so far. I think I'm going to try a different HDRI for some different lighting. Yeah, I like this one. This one looks pretty good. Bump it down to a value of 1 or 2, maybe 3. 3 didn't look terrible. But yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Looks pretty good. It's crazy because I have a phone. I'm a photographer as well. It genuinely looks photo real. It's 100% AI. How are you certain? I'm a photographer. I've done product shoots. Also, look at the drop thingy at the bottom. I have a phone. I'm a photographer as well. Nice. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, when you look at it, if you really, really look at it, you can probably inspect it and find some issues with it. I don't really know, like, I don't know, something weird is happening with, like, whatever these dots are down here. So, certainly something weird happening. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, listen, it has been a great live stream. I genuinely enjoyed it. I am getting pretty hungry and pretty tired, so I think I'm going to hop offline. This has been so much fun. Just the last thing I'm going to shout out for you guys is, again, Superhive. Every single thing on Superhive is on sale. Definitely check it out. People are launching huge sales. I have a huge sale on my shop. I just want to shout out 2 quick things for you. The first being our core fundamentals. It's still on sale, $150 for 11. Yes, I said it. 11 courses. Definitely check that out. I can't recommend it enough. And if you're interested in any of my stuff, I'll just drop my links in the chat. youtube.com/KennyPhases. That's my like personal account. And then I'll add my Instagram in there as well, if you just want to follow me or connect with me in some way. Yeah, this was a fun one. I genuinely enjoyed it. Oh, also, while we're here, if you're interested in listening to the music that I've been listening to, this is it right here. So there's a couple of links for you guys. Any last minute questions before we hop offline here, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, man, this is such a good one. Oh, man, this is such a good one. I'm excited to watch the geometry nodes one. Here's our instructors that are teaching all this stuff if you're interested in checking it out. You guys see this? You know what's crazy is like Chris Bailey. Look at the amount of courses this guy has made. This guy's incredible. Modeling, sculpting, materials, texturing, animation, and geometry nodes. Bro has not breathed for a second. He has not breathed for a second. Jesse Kaizen with lighting, Wayne Dixon with rigging. Man, he's amazing. Kenny Phases with physics. That's yours truly. Zach Easton with compositing. And then Paul, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, with grease pencil. They're all just incredible creators, and you're going to learn so many amazing things. Wow. What are your 5 best tips for Blender? I think one of the first tip that I'll say is probably just like practice every single day if you can, because I think it's important to for making things the way that you want them. And then also just like learn everything that's up top. What I mean by that is learn modeling, learn sculpting, learn UV editing, learn texture painting, learn shading, learn animation, learn how to render, learn how to use the compositor, and definitely learn geometry nodes. So I always look at the top here and I'm like, what have I not, dove into recently? Oh, maybe I want to learn some scripting, right? Or maybe I want to vibe code something, right? So definitely, by all means, definitely check all that stuff out. So I would say that practice every day. Another tip is like, you know, if you're using references, that's always going to help you. So I would say use references. And then the next tip I would say, what am I on? Number 4, number 3, use really good lighting. Lighting is going to really affect your render. And don't be afraid to like use some depth of field as well while you're on that topic. And number 6, buy the fundamentals. Yeah, I mean, look, I'll shout it out, you know, here and there, but at the end of the day, you're going to still have to practice these things that you learn. I think that's super important. And just don't settle, you know, just keep trying to improve and be better than yourself, better than you were the day before, and just have fun. Like have fun with it. That would be my last tip, is just have fun. Like we're here to have fun. You don't have to take this way too seriously. And if you really want clients, this will be my 6th tip on top of the 5th one. Just post the things that you like to do. Like have fun, right? Like, I don't know, like I had fun on this live stream. That's why I make the cool things that I make, is because I have fun solving other people's problems and my own problems. And that turns into a product. What is the meaning of life? Oh, Lord, probably Blender, I'd have to say. Yeah, on that one. What is the answer to everything? Oh, my gosh. Stay hydrated. That's my answer to everything. What is the meaning of life, and why is it a pirate ship and a wormhole? Oh, my gosh. Thank you. Are you also on Discord? I am not on Discord much now. I used to have my own Discord that I would run with like my followers and stuff, but I don't really do it as much anymore. Yeah, I've been pretty focused. We had a baby recently, so I've been pretty focused on that. That's been like my main focus, and then just having fun on Blender when I can, when he's asleep. So yeah, it's been a blast though. It has been a blast. Any other additional questions that you guys would like to ask at this time? Thank you. Are you also on Discord now? Any additional questions from you guys? What else did we work on today? Man, we worked on a lot. I have so many blends. Congrats, nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Looking back at this one, did we actually do a good job? We didn't do that bad. I will say that, like, for a first attempt, I'm not displeased. Like, I'm really not. But one of my other ones that I really liked, what was the other one we worked on earlier? Was it? Oh yeah, this one. This was a fun one. I trying to figure that one out. What a tricky thing. What a tricky thing that was. Is there something you prioritize, geometry nodes over compositing or something like that? I've stayed away from geo nodes for a while now. I like geometry nodes because there's so much that you can build with it, and I can create a lot of products with it. Like, a lot of my products are now geometry node based, whereas before I was mortified. Like, I was mortified of geometry nodes. I did not want to touch geometry nodes at all. So yeah, I would say geometry nodes is probably my main focus, and like shader editor is another focus. I love these streams. I'm learning a lot. You completed the donut tutorial recently. We'll definitely check out the course. Yeah, definitely check out the course. And we also have a something that's free too if you don't want to buy the course, that kind of leads you into the course, if you will. And that is our honey render. Where is that? I think I have it in here somewhere. Is it this one? Yeah, this is it. So I went through a whole tutorial on how to make this. A lot of people were asking about it. This is a full, I have a full free tutorial on CG Cookie that I made with them, kind of like a little collaboration between Kenny Faze's CG Cookie. Something very fun that we made, which was this honey jar, and we go through the whole experience on like we use geometry nodes, we use shading techniques, we use compositing techniques, framing, modeling, of course. There was a lot of awesome things that went into this that you'll learn about in core, so it kind of combines some of like those fundamentals. And this was a really fun render that we kind of came up with together. So if you're interested, that's free on YouTube for you guys, and you can grab the project files as well. Super awesome. What's your best 5 renders or animations that you've made? Wow, that is oh, let me think. What are some of my best renders that I've ever made? There's a lot. I've made a lot. A lot of the stuff that I'm really proud of are like some of my products. But let me see if I have just some like renders hanging around here. I've made so many different things like in the years. Here, let me X out of this and see if I can find them. Let me save this. Let's get out of this. Let me just kind of take a little scroll through my downloads, because most of my crap is just like sitting in downloads here. All right, let's see. This is one of my favorite ones. This was from I sell this as a product. This is called Threadcraft. You can get it on Superhive. But this was one of my favorite ones that I've made because originally this was just to kind of figure out how to do like a fun embroidery effect. But it ended up being so much fun that like I just started creating cool renders with it. Let me see if I can find one of the cool renders for you guys. It's like somewhere in here. Or is this it? Yeah, this is one of the close-ups. But like you can see like there's like embroidery and stitching. This is probably one of my favorite renders. This one was a lot of fun. And you got to post it. Look, it took you 4 hours. Yeah, if something took you 4 hours, yeah, absolutely post it. Let me show you what this looks like. Is this... I don't know what this is. Hold on. I don't know what I'm about to open here, but we'll see. Oh yeah. So this is a good example. Like, you know, this is the effect where it embroiders. But let me see if I can get something different here. Do I not have? Is this it? Oh, here you go. Like, this will just keep looping. So this is one of my favorite renders. I have a few that are like this, showing you how you basically just take a logo, you plop it on in there, you bake out the simulation, and you get this really cool fabric effect. So I would say, even though, yes, I'm kind of like selling you my product too, this was something that I'm really proud of because it took me a while to figure out how to make it. So that's one thing. Let me find some other cool renders for you guys. I mean, there's so many that I could think of. I was, of course, really proud of this. This was our honey jar render. I was really proud of that. Always proud of some smoke simulations here. This was a fun one. This one, I'll put it on loop for you. This one was really cool. Oh, man, that was fun. That was fun. Tomorrow, I won't be able to live stream. I wish I could, but I can't because I'm going down to the beach. So I won't be able to... Yeah, I won't be able to do it. I'm sorry. That was another one. There's some that I can't show you because I'm under an NDA for some companies, so I can't show you those. Oh, this was a product I was working on. I never launched this. This was like sort of like one of those painterly effects. I never got around to actually like publishing it, just because I never finished it, but could be something cool in the future. What got you into doing all this? I mean, 3D and then doing these courses. Honestly, if you guys really want to know, what got me into this is one day I was just messing around on the computer and I was trying to learn how to do like fun physics simulations just for fun. And then I opened up Blender for the first time, learned how to, you know, drop a cube on a plane. And next thing you know, I was posting stuff online. People were reaching out to me. And I just got really into it. And it was just so much fun. So much fun. And like, a lot of the times, a lot of the stuff I create is just for fun and it ends up turning into something else. So although it's really cliche, like if you enjoy it, like you won't work a day in your life. Like I really believe in that because a lot of the stuff that I make is genuinely just for fun. And then it ends up turning into like a product or something. This was a fun one. This like little sprite render. I made this a while back on I think I made this on a live stream actually. Beach live stream? I guess I could. I'll probably be pretty busy with the kid though. If you give a link to submit it, okay, so you're saying you guys want to submit your projects and then like we'll do like a review on the live stream. That could be fun. How long do I do Blender every day? Usually just on these live streams right now, but I'll probably like, I mean, I have some client work that is coming up, so I'll be doing that pretty regularly. Yeah, I would say. This was a fun one. This is a little like coffee render with some cream in there. What are some other fun ones? I mean, there's so many. A lot of this stuff is just like memes and products. I'm proud of all of the products that I've made. Oh, this was a fun render for Superhive. Little fuzz render. Oh, give the link. I haven't generated any link yet, but I like this idea because then we can do a live critique. Yeah, we've actually talked about doing that, and one of the cool things is if you buy the course or you sign up for CG Cookie, part of that is going to be us doing a future live stream where we will showcase some of your work that you're doing throughout the course, and we'll be doing some like live streams where we actually review that work and like some of your student projects. Yep, I definitely will. We'll that'll be something I collab on with CG Cookie, and I'll talk to them about it and see what they think, and we'll kind of go from there. Where's some other ones? Oh, there's so many. Oh, this was a fun one. So this one, I actually made this on my MacBook, which is really cool. But this was like a nice like threaded yarn type of look. This was a lot of fun. And I did some cool shading tricks for that one, so that was cool. There's just so many. I mean, there's so many. I can't even begin to tell you, like, the amount of projects that I've worked on. Most of them just fun stuff that I've worked on my own. Um, yeah, there's a ton. All right, guys. Well, it is about that time. I am going to go ahead and hop offline. I hope you guys had a fantastic time today. I will talk to you in the next live stream. Comment on this video if there's more cool stuff you want to see like this in the future.